Welcome to another episode of the Tilt is Real Fantasy Podcast. Coming to you live from the chef's table, here are your hosts, James Crease and Juan Pena. Let's go.
Welcome in, everyone. It is Sunday morning, and we are live here on the Sunday Tilt. We are the Tilt is Real Fantasy Football Podcast. Join with me, as always, co-host Mr. Juan Carlos Pena. I am James Crease. Always enjoy the producer, Mr. Jawn Swanson, in the building as well. And we are here to have a great Sunday and help you win your Sunday Tilt problems. Win your fantasy football league. It's going to get lit. It's going to get lit today. It is
going to get lit today. And we are going to start the show off today with breaking news.
My man.
Let's go.
The Browns.
Wait.
This just in. We have breaking news.
Love that. The Browns have placed Baker Mayfield on the COVID-19 reserve list, the 2020 reserve list.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's a great way to start my morning. Great way to start my morning. Thanks.
So that's the thing.
Breaking
that's the thing
news.
that's happening right now. Yeah.
I'm going to have to trade this beer in for a scotch at 10 o'clock in the morning. Really?
Yeah.
Good luck with that controller at 1 o'clock.
No, let's have faith. And I'm glad I'm not glad that this happened by any means, but it brings up a good point. You know, Matthew Stafford tested positive this week or had close contact, and then they said he wasn't going to be cleared to play. It came up to the last minute decision, and he's playing today we watched it all week. He took 5 tests or 4 tests in a row, all came back negative, and he tested this morning and came back negative again. So we're ready to go. That being on the list doesn't necessarily mean they won't play. He's got a full week. They're on a bye week.
Right.
And it does affect, and if he does contract it, it affects different people, different ways.
We're still putting Case Keenum on the waiver wire hero sheet, though. Probably. Are we not?
I guess he makes it there for in deeper leagues.
Right.
I mean, Baker Mayfield.
We do a lot of super
Baker
flex.
Baker Mayfield isn't as much as more than a QB2. That offense is built around the run. Nick Chubb may be coming back next week. People are forgetting about that.
Right.
So it turns into that shove it down your throat offense with the run game. Yeah. We don't. But that's great news, though.
It is.
It's bad news, actually.
It's bad news, but it's
Baker
Mayfield. It's breaking news.
It is
even if it breaks the chef's heart.
It's breaking my heart. That's where the breaking part comes.
That's where the break is.
Yeah. It's breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart, Baker. Just don't hurt any more body parts.
Yeah, try not to do that.
Let's get into the top of the show. We have a nice show this week. Start off with the buys, I guess, gentlemen. The bye weeks.
Run them down.
Bengals, Browns, Rams, Eagles, all on bye this week. And our first matchup is the Denver Broncos versus the Atlanta Falcons. First 1 o'clock game we will be talking about today. Atlanta giving 4 points to the Broncos, and the over-under is 50. So 50 is a nice number.
They're expecting a little bit of offense, in this game for sure.
And we're not clear on Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley has
I feel
dark,
like
bold
he's out.
print.
I feel like he's out. I already took him out of my lineup, Chef. I feel like he's out today. We'll find out at 11:30 when we get the official update, but I feel like he's out.
And that's a shame too, because on the other side of the ball, AJ Boye out with a concussion. Tim Patrick hamstring. Looks like he's going to be a go, and Philip Lindsay looks like he is a go as well. Man, it's this game. I'm more excited about this game than a lot of games going around the league. I think, and we could start off with the I would like to start off with the Broncos side of the ball on this, if you want to just talk about some Broncos.
I would like
real
to,
fast.
Chef, because that was exciting the way they came back last week and the way that Locke was orchestrating the offense and coming up and down the field and scoring a bunch of points late. Like, that's really exciting to see a young quarterback come into his own like that. So yeah, I'm excited for this game too.
Yeah, I mean, I think Drew Lock is my streamer of the week
against that Falcons defense. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
They'll have to throw the ball, and with the main core of their offense healthier, he's going to start showing his skills like he did last week. It's going to be great. I think Jerry Jeudy this week, great flex candidate with high upside.
Yeah, he's my breakout candidate, Chef. Like, he's going to have his game. Like the way Justin Jefferson had a game a few weeks back,
right?
And we saw like him come to his own as a rookie. I think this is Jerry Jeudy's breakout game, man.
And then Tim Patrick returns to the offense. He was out last week, and we saw Hamilton have a great game.
Yeah, Deshaun finally made an appearance.
So I think those points were meant for Tim Patrick, and I think you may see that today with AJ Boye out. I mean, let me see the matchup. Well, he's on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Either
right.
way, no matter who plays for the Falcons, that secondary has been porous. Like, that's been the weak spot of theirs. They can't get any pass rush, and then that secondary is absolutely terrible. Deion Jones is their best player, their linebacker, number 45. He's their best player. So Noah Fant maybe has a little bit of tempered expectations, but Jerry Jeudy, boy, like, he could have a breakout. KJ Hamler, too, out of the slot, could also have a really good game.
I saw something. Oh, no, I guess Sheffield's in. Terrell's in. And then, what am I talking about here?
What are you talking about, Chef?
I'm crossing my teams up here, guys. I'm sorry.
Don't cross the teams.
Keep talking.
Yeah,
we learned that in the Ghostbusters. Don't cross the teams.
Don't cross your streams. Yo, I really do. Like, after last week with KJ Hamler making that connection with Drew Lock, I feel like they're finally on the right track there, and he's healthy. And Jeudy, like, they're missing Sutton, but Tim Patrick fills that role, so the offense will still feel the same. Like, it'll still look the same. And against Atlanta's defense, like I said, this is a shootout game, and they have it at 50 and -4. I gotta go Broncos cover and over. Probably 27-24 just feels like at minimum kind of score with these two teams.
Yeah.
And the Broncos either cover or they come out on the right side of things again this week.
I can go with the Broncos covering for that. That's not unforeseen. Yeah. I don't know if they actually win. I think it might be close. But
we didn't have them winning last week.
Yeah.
And the Chargers had that lead.
And we've seen Atlanta give up multiple games this year already with one of their key components out.
Mr. Swanson, how do you have this game?
The Falcons always find a way to be the Falcons, which is get up early and then lose. I think the Broncos take this game. I don't know about covering as much. I think I might take I don't know. I think the Broncos win this game for sure. I think the Falcons will get some, they'll put some points up, but I think they're going to give up the lead. I think they'll probably have a lead. They might even have a lead before the first half, and then they'll give it up. That's just me.
No, that's just the Falcons.
Aha. And last week against the Chargers did what the Chargers do. So you have two teams that, play each other that kind of, never mind.
They're playing back-to-back games.
They're playing back-to-back games.
Give up leads.
That's what I meant. Yeah, it's early. I'm working it out.
I got you.
What about Noah Fant?
Yeah,
now, Noah Fant is interesting, and Atlanta is the worst in against quarterbacks and tight ends, and we know that connection between the two players are definitely in sync. Noah Fant coming in with 9 targets last week, 7 receptions for 47 yards. I think it's safe to say against this Atlanta offense that he will have a top 5 tight end week.
And I'm starting him in a league, Chef, but I wanted to temper expectations because that doesn't make any sense. Like, Keanu Neal's finally healthy and playing. He missed all of last year. Deion Jones is a world beater at middle linebacker, dude. Like, he can cover everyone. I don't understand why they're so bad against the tight end. I guess it's the fact that they don't put any pressure on the quarterback. I don't know what it is, but they should be better than they are. But you're right. The way the numbers are trending in the direction of Noah Fant having a good game.
My man, what up, Chase?
Morning, Chase. Thanks for joining us,
Good
bud.
morning. Thank you. Jones stays on the running back.
My man Chase.
But I definitely feel like it's.
Oh, that's why.
Too.
That's what he's saying. Jones is staying on the running back.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, like I would figure though, like such a weapon. Like I guess they have to focus on that because they don't get that pass rush. But like I would love to see him be able to cover people one-on-one because I think he can cover one-on-one. Like him and Noah Fant would be a great. Like let me just watch one matchup today. Like I would love to watch that matchup all day long.
And then on the other side of the ball, we have Mr. Matt Ryan. He's sitting at QB9. He's going to continue to throw a lot. And Atlanta's throwing 58.4% of plays this season. And that's their first in passing yards, over 2,400 yards, and first in completed air yards. So they're going to keep driving the ball through the air. Julio Jones with Calvin Ridley, a game time decision today. He's just going to light it up.
Yeah. It's Julio season. Like, I mean, once he's back and he's healthy, he's Matt Ryan's favorite target. He's the guy he's going to go to every time. And you saw him light it up against Carolina. And Julio was fully back, like running crispy routes, making defenders look silly on the outside. And he just finds holes in zones. And with no Bouye, yeah,
it's game on for Julio Jones and Matt Ryan.
And I think Ridley's not going to play.
If you can,
Mr. Swanson's going to hit us with the breaking news at some point here when it gets down to the nitty gritty. But it's going to be. I think he's out. I think Ridley's out.
Yeah, I got my eye on it, but if I had to pick, I'd say he's out.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys feel about Hurst?
About Hayden Hurst? I think yeah. He's a good option. He's the number 3 receiving option on this offense.
Today he's going to be 3. Yeah. Because Gage too,
today,
though, like
sure.
when he's been right, Gage has been a really good option for them, and he should be okay out of the slot today, especially if there's no Calvin Ridley. Like I was going to say Russell Gage too.
If there's no Calvin Ridley, Russell Gage is a great.
Oh yeah, today. For sure he gets a bump up, Mr. Swanson.
Oh yeah.
But and then we have Gurley who will most likely have a down day. Denver 7th against the run, giving up only 15.7 fantasy points a game. And Todd Gurley splits carries. They only get, especially against tough rush defenses, he's maybe running the ball 12, 13 times compared to his 15. And then he gets a little bit more passing work. So he could balance out for you, but don't expect it just in rushing yards today. Brian Hill has been working, and his snap shares are going up. He's sneaking in there. And on a dynasty standpoint, and we don't really talk too much dynasty on the show, but Brian Hill, if you have Todd Gurley, you should have Brian Hill on your team.
He's looked good too. It's not just the opportunities that he's getting. He actually looks like he's been productive, and he looks good with the ball in his hand. And Chef, to your point, like Hayden Hurst, 3 straight games in double-digit fantasy points. Like you love to see that. So keep, if you have him and you're working him in your lineups or questioning whether or not to play him, he's a smash play this week because double digits is what you're looking for from your tight end, unless you have one of those elite Kelsey types. And there isn't really like elite Kelsey types.
Really
it's just Kelsey.
It's just Kelsey now. There's no Kittle. We don't mention
Waller's been good, but he's had games where he goes away and Kelsey just doesn't go away. He's just number 1.
Mm-hmm. Wide receiver Travis Kelce.
And that continues today, by the way. Jeremy Chin is questionable, and I'm not sure if he's going to play, the outstanding young safety from the Panthers. Like, I'm not sure if he's going to play today. If he doesn't play, like, it could be really, really be Kelsey season. Like, it could be ugly today for Kelsey. He could put up one of those, 10 for 130, 140 type with 2 touchdown kind of numbers. Like, put him in your DFS lineup today numbers.
Yeah, Okung is out. Russell Okung is out. Jeremy Chin is out.
He's out?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, questionable. Sorry, I apologize.
I apologize. I knew he was questionable going in, but yeah, like either way, if he's limited or what have you, it's already a tough matchup for a rookie safety to try to, cover Travis Kelce, for anybody in the league to try to cover him. But
you can't cover him. You can only hope to contain him.
Yeah, hope.
Yeah, that's definitely more of a contain. Going from limited folks to unlimited folks.
Mr. Unlimited, your boy.
Mr. Unlimited. Seahawks and Bills. Ooh,
I love this matchup, Chef. This
Me
is one of
too.
those fun matchups too. Like
It's
I
gonna
don't
be
know how this
fun,
game's gonna
too.
go, and it's
Two possible shootouts back
Yeah,
to back. We
and-
like talking about
and it's
this.
absolutely beautiful in Buffalo today. Like there's no rain, there's no crazy Orchard Park wind. Like there's none of
Nothing
that
like
tonight.
that.
I'm glad
It's a great
I'm
weather
glad you
week.
brought that up because we go and I wanted to say something on the way in driving to getting my coffee this morning. I was thinking about I was like, man, last week we had such a bad weather game
Yeah.
week
Yeah.
around the league. This week
all over the
it seems pretty calm, but there are a couple sneaky ones in there that you and it's a big one actually. So we'll save it when we get to the game when we touch on it because that's a good piece of information that I want to keep in the sack.
But this one right here has got good weather. It's going to be a shootout, I feel like, man. Both defenses have been underwhelming, to put it nicely. I'm going to say underwhelming, but, both defenses have had their struggles, yeah.
And Vegas figures it to be a actually pretty close game. Seattle only giving 3 points in this one, over under 55.
Still a road favorite, though, against a team that a few weeks ago was undefeated and had the MVP of the league and all the Josh Allen hype was real. And now all of a sudden they're underdogs at home.
Well, they kind of got deflated a little bit against the Patriots and the Jets.
I was going to say they snuck out of that win against the Jets, and they snuck out with that win.
I think the Jets just were like, oh yeah, you could just have this.
The Rams game too. That's when it started. The Rams game was when it you're like, uh-oh, they're vulnerable. Like you can actually get to them.
Yeah.
And the Dolphins played them to a 3-point game early in the year too. So yeah, the Bills are who we thought they were.
Yep. It just took a little time to get to there.
Yeah.
They had a good start, but their schedule tightens up and
but now they have the injury bug has been plaguing them like from the beginning, from the onset. A lot of people don't mention this, Chef, but Star Latulele was their defensive tackle last year who played next to Ed Oliver, and he was like your run stopper, your big boy, your Vita Vea for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was that defensive lineman, and he opted out due to 2020. So once he was out, like Ed Oliver has been underproducing. Their Tremaine Edmonds, their linebacker, he's underproducing, and he's also been banged up. Matt Milano's not going to play in this game. Josh Norman's not going to play in this game. So those injuries start to pile up, and it weakens a defense. And like you saw them sit guys against the Kansas City Chiefs, they sat a couple of defensive tackles due to not like giving effort in practice or whatever the reason was. They sat them out. They were healthy scratches. So that defense is a little bit in shambles. And against Russ, you want to be at 100%. Like you want to be as close to 100% because Russ right now is cooking. Like he's a problem.
I want to check on some of these injury reports for the Bills because there are a couple out. Josh Norman is out.
Yeah,
Taylon Jones is out, but he's not even relevant. Yeldon's not relevant.
Matt Milano's not playing, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's been banged up. Like even when he has played, he hasn't been right. I think it's a pec muscle too that he's got.
Yeah, he's on IR. Oh wow, he's on IR.
Who?
Okay, Matt Milano.
They put him on IR.
Yeah, he's not on the daily report. He's on IR.
Yesterday.
Oh well, then that hurts right there.
It does.
He's an underrated cover linebacker. Like that hurts. What about Carson, Chef? Is Carson playing?
Chris Carson?
Mm-hmm.
No, Chris Carson is out.
He's out.
Yes.
Is DJ?
Unfortunately.
So DJ Dallas is a play. Connor, shout out to Connor in our league. He put in a parlay, and the fourth leg of it was that DJ Dallas scored. It was the Herbert over for the yardage, Nick Foles under for the yardage, and something else. And then his kicker, like his final piece, was DJ Dallas any kind of touchdown today. So DJ Dallas playing, like I feel like he might be on to something.
That's what he did.
I think it's
that was the fourth leg.
That's a great
cool
bet.
It was bold. He took Herbert over in the yards. I think it was 275. He took the under in Nick Foles. He had another. He took Baltimore -1 against the Colts. Baltimore to win, and then he took DJ Dallas. So it was a 4-leg, but it was a pretty decent one. Like I'm mentioning it on air because it was a pretty decent little four-way parlay there.
Travis Homer last week had 1 carry.
Yeah.
How much work do we think, since he is ready to go, he didn't carry an injury designation heading into the game today, practiced mainly in full. work does he steal from DJ Dallas? Because DJ Dallas wasn't that strong running the ball. He was better in the passing game.
Right. But he was actually successful on the blitz pickups and whatnot last week, which he wasn't before. And that was the knock on him, especially in that game against the Cardinals. He was suspect in that aspect. So now that he was actually able to be efficient there, I don't know, like the talent wins out, man, and the cream rises to the top. And I think he's just a better player than Travis Homer. Like we saw the tape all winter, Chef. Like we like DJ Dallas coming out of the U. Like we liked his talent and we like the way he can catch the ball out of the backfield.
Right.
And he showed that he can do that. So as long as he doesn't blow any blitz pickups or fumble early on in the game, I think it's his game. I don't think you see too much Travis Homer.
I like DJ Dallas, man. He
Right.
plays with some spunk. He didn't get too much on the ground, only 2.3 yards per carry. But did get into the end zone.
It was
twice.
It was the Niners defense. Like I know
And it was the Niners.
I know they're a
defense.
shell of
Yes, thanks. That's
themselves.
what I wanted to get
You know what
to.
I mean?
Yes.
Like, but they're a shell of themselves. But they got to, especially against Seattle. You know, they were up to the task to at least stop the run.
and we've seen Buffalo's run defense
Shredded.
falter.
Yeah.
We'll say falter,
yeah.
not get
They've
not
been,
get crushed. It's been
they've
some
been
bad
shredded.
weather games too.
Yeah,
Ben.
but I mean, they Clyde Edwards-Helaire hit him for $160.
In the rain.
Darrell Henderson hit him for
In the rain.
$114,
Or the
and
snow.
it wasn't
Wasn't it
raining.
snow?
No, there was no snow and no rain. Darrell Henderson hit him for $114 earlier in the year, like, and there was no snow that game either. The Bills defense is just, I'm telling you, Star Latula, if you're missing your starting defensive tackle, 2 of your linebackers are injured and in and out, and Micah Hyde hasn't been playing the way he was playing before. Like, it's, you know, you're going to get gashed on the run. I like whoever's playing running back. I wish it was Carson, because he would be a top 5 running back this week, like a top 3 maybe start this week for me.
Yeah, I
On the
wish it
other
was
side of
Carson. I was hoping it was
ball.
Carson the whole time.
Go ahead, Mr. Swanson. What were you saying?
Do you guys think? You think Josh Allen over under 300 yards? Josh Allen passing.
I would say under, but he might have to. Like if Russ has his way, like Josh Allen may not have a choice but to sling it. And that secondary for the Seahawks, I mean, we've been talking about it ad nauseum. Like I feels like I can't stop talking about how bad they are, like historically bad against the wide receiver. So outside of last week where they had a pretty decent week, I guess you can call it, against the 49ers because they were up and all that, but they've just been really, really bad. And I'm not sure Shaq Griffin, yeah, he's on the list here, Chef. He's out, right? Concussion and hamstring. He's not playing.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah. It's going to push that, Mr. Swanson. Like, I think it might have to push 300 yards. That's a really good place to put the over-under because you want to smash under, but he might have to go over.
I'm taking the over.
Right? It feels like
I think
that.
he's going to hit the over. We'll see. I don't know. Hot take. Hot early morning take. Hot coffee.
He's going to have to throw the ball.
Yeah, man.
He's
Yeah.
going to have
Exactly.
to. Or he may, he may have some work on the ground too.
Listen, and you saw last week that both running backs for the Bills went over 80 yards. They were both very successful, 14 carries apiece, 80 yards, 2 touchdowns for Zach Moss. So, like, it was a really good week for the running game of the Buffalo Bills. And Seattle isn't the greatest defense, but they are pretty good against the run. And they get Carlos Dunlap, and they get Jamal Adams back, hopefully this week too. Like, that's a huge difference maker when Jamal Adams is roaming in that box, and he can help out with that running game.
Yeah, and Josh Allen has ran it at least 8 times in the past 3 games. And topping 40 yards in 2 of those outings. And then last week he gets into the end zone. So he's known to run the ball.
Yeah. He may have to. He may have to scramble around.
Yeah,
a
he's
little
gonna have to. He's gonna have to have an all-around kind of day to keep up with Seattle.
bit. Good games though. Like, you know what I mean?
Good
Sneaky
game.
good
It's going to be
games.
fun
Like,
to watch. For
right?
sure.
On face value, Mr. Swanson, you would love to watch the Falcons and the Broncos, and you would love to watch the Bills and the Seahawks game. Like, these are really good
Oh, yeah.
football games.
Mostly because there's 2 terrible defenses on both sides. So
Yeah.
you really want to see how it's going to.
It's selfish
how that's
because
gonna
it's
shake
just
out.
fun. It's just fun for us.
Minnie
Minnie
Jordan,
Jordan,
718.
good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Do it, Mr. Swanson. Yeah.
Mm. All right, we got anything else on this on the Bill Seahawks game? Anything?
I mean, I like Tyler Lockett over
smash.
DK Metcalf this week.
I love Tyler.
Chef.
Yeah.
Smash.
Well, it usually flip flops, right? So it's Lockett
It'll-
1 week,
it'll-
then Metcalf, then Lockett.
It's been that way for the past
been that way.
couple of weeks.
Yo, so check it
So-
out. I did the shout out to Corey. We do our 6-pack for fantasy intervention every week, and this week on my 6-pack, I took Tyler Lockett as my beer stock up, And I did a little bit of a deep dive, Mr. Swanson, and every time that there's a shutdown corner or a team perceives their corner to be a shutdown corner, because Trayvon Diggs isn't really a shutdown corner yet, but whenever DK Metcalf gets that shutdown corner on him, Lockett eats. Like, he's had those monster games. Patrick Peterson took away DK Metcalf a couple weeks ago, and when he did that, Kirkpatrick tried to stick Lockett, and Lockett had 15 for 203 touchdowns. So this week, if Trey White takes away DK Metcalf or shadows him in any way, which he normally doesn't shadow, but if he takes DK, like, Lockett could have one of those, like, he's in all my DFS lineups today for sure. Like, he's one of those dudes I'm putting in.
You said the key word there, shadow, and Tre'Davious White is mainly a shadow cornerback. And I think, why not stick him on the best guy? You know, you take your guy and stick him on the other best guy. And DK Metcalf is the better wide receiver and the bigger threat.
Years ago, there was a tactic where, like, Deion Sanders would take away your second wide receiver. He would take that guy and completely make him a 0 and then let you double the main guy so that he would really be bracketed and taken away, and that defense would shut you down completely. But I don't know if the Bills are going to do that. I think Trey White might actually take the DK Metcalf challenge, and he's about to go on a run and face all the good corners in the league. He's going up against Bradbury, Ramsey, Trey White. Like, he's going up against all of them right now in the next few games, DK Metcalf. But we're going to see.
It's going to be great.
We're going to see this little run right here to see what DK Metcalf really is.
I think we've already seen what DK Metcalf already is. And I wish I saw it sooner.
Right.
I really did.
I saw it at
turn around and look at you. He's chasing you. No matter where you turn around, DK Metcalf.
Look over your shoulder, honey. And there's DK Metcalf running by you.
I hear the Julio comparisons, and then people say he's not the route runner that Julio is, but was Julio that route runner when he was a rookie? You know,
you can't make that.
You know
comparison.
what I mean? He was second to Roddy White when he first came in. Like, it takes a minute.
Well, that was the way Atlanta brought their receivers up, and
Lockett was the one.
Lockett was the one behind Baldwin. Remember? Baldwin?
100%.
So that it's the progression through the ranks, and that's fair enough. And there was Josh Gordon there last year. A little bit towards the end, you know, that I mean, he didn't get Josh Gordon was a decoy, really.
Yeah, but you know what happened though? Like, Josh Gordon, what was his role? Slant on third down, slant on third down, slant on third down. And now DK Metcalf is slant on third down. Like, he's developed it. Like, it's almost like he steals another person's power. Like, okay, Lockett, I see how you track that deep ball over the top and over the shoulder. Cool, let me get that. And then, Josh Gordon, you're running slants. Let me get that.
All right, so let's go to a question here from your boy Drew on YouTube. What's up, Drew?
What's up, cuz?
He wants to know Jonathan Taylor or DJ Dallas PPR. Good morning, by the way. Good morning to you as well.
Good morning.
We had talked about this a little bit, and I'm going with DJ Dallas.
You have to.
Cool. Yeah, me too. All right, good.
We didn't really touch on Jonathan Taylor yet, but hey, let's get into it.
Yeah, listen, it feels wrong to do this. Like, it feels wrong to say anything against Jonathan Taylor, right? Weird. With that Colts offense and all that. But the injury last week, the usage of Jordan Wilkins, like, it makes me scared of Jonathan Taylor's situation. And now they get Ngakoue with Calais Campbell and Patrick Queen, and that defense just, like, it's starting to look like it could be a scary defense. So DJ Dallas, the opportunities there. We talked about Hilaire and Darrell Henderson having huge success against the Bills. I think DJ Dallas is the smash play right here.
I mean, Jonathan Taylor comes in questionable. You don't know what's going to happen with that foot injury.
And last week he was not questionable. He came into the game. They tried to keep it under
wraps. I think it was more of an in-game, beginning of the game kind of thing. Yeah. Like, he was ready to go, and then it didn't go as well. He wasn't. I guess it was a pain factor.
Yeah, behind that O-line, though, they're not – you saw Wilkins have success, and behind that O-line, they're going to run whoever they want, and Nyheim Hines had success last week, too, in the passing game. So I don't want to start Jonathan Taylor today. Let's put it that way. And if I have an option like DJ Dallas with an upside play, yeah, I'm going to go DJ Dallas.
Yeah, I would take the upside for sure. Good question. Drew.
Yo, fantastic tilt, though. Or start us off with a good one.
And then Earth Resident 22. Any tight ends coming through today? Schultz, Logan Thomas, Jimmy Graham. Well, I'm staying away from Schultz.
Leave that alone.
Absolutely.
That offense.
That offense is not anything you want right now. But Logan Thomas against
scored
the Giants,
last time he played the Giants.
Not to mention that,
and
Gronk
had a little success.
Had a nice game against the Giants as well, and that's really what I was like pointing at. Teams have been played tough by the secondary, but they have been able to get through with the tight end in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
And I think Logan Thomas has a shot today. Absolutely.
And
yeah, he's the
if
one
you,
that's jumping off the page for me. Go ahead, Juan.
yeah, no, yeah, he jumps off the page, and I like the whole Scott Turner's in Washington now, and Greg Olsen used to eat back in the day, and they're incorporating the tight end, especially down in the red zone. Like Logan Thomas gets those targets, and you mentioned he scored last week, Mr. Swanson. So or last time he played. So yeah, I like Logan Thomas in this matchup too. I love Jabril Peppers, and I think like Jabril Peppers would be like I'm geeking out on defenses today for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I'm sleepy and I just love defensive players. But like I think Jabril Peppers should be a lot better against the tight end than what he has been so far. But they use him in a different way. I guess they use him all over the field. Hey, yo, shout out to Earth Resident 22, by the way, because a lot of people ask me, like, what are you? What's your ethnicity? This and that. I say I'm an Earthling because I'm all sorts of mixed in different ways. But shout out to Earth Resident. That's a dope handle.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, man.
So it worked out. You just subbed him. Also, Claypool, AB, or Parker. Dude, I'm going to say,
Do it.
man.
Do it.
I'm doing it.
Do it.
It's AB, man.
Man.
It's AB for sure. And I know it's the same script. The same thing that happened last time. AB gets signed off the street. AB gets signed off the street. He goes limited practice right in with the Patriots. Where does Chef go? He's probably going
He's going to do something for you.
He's going to get AB.
Yeah.
Oh, what is he? Oh,
yeah, he's bringing out AB.
Wow.
He's shining it up or he's cleaning it up. Dusting off the AB jersey. I love it.
Dusting it off. Limited practice. He came in last time. I think he had like 8 targets. He went off against it was the Dolphins, right?
Yeah. He didn't have a great. He had the targets, but I mean,
he had a great
scored.
like him and Tom Brady had a thing. They had a thing, and I think that's
Dust
there. It
that
is.
shit off. Yeah.
I was waiting for that. It's been collecting dust in the corner of my basement for the past couple years, and I wanted to resurrect it. I got this jersey, and I'm a Giants fan, as most of you guys know. But I got this jersey, and it represents the first time I won my fantasy league.
Oh yeah,
the first time I won
you that league.
I took AB in the first round, the first pick of the first round. Mm-hmm. And he won me my first title. And if any fantasy player knows, that first win is the best.
You never forget your first.
So that shout out to AB for that. Thanks to AB. And
you guys better stop
jumping in.
Yeah, listen, stop hyping me up because I'm leaving him on the bench, bro. Like, stop hyping me up. I'm leaving him squarely where he is. I'm waiting for a game. Like, hold on, man.
Normally, I would say that.
By tonight,
this is one that I want to take a shot on. And if it didn't work out. Yeah, I don't know. I might even throw him in a couple DFS.
So it was Claypool, AB, or Devontae Parker.
It's definitely not Parker.
Listen, real talk though. Claypool's got the smash like matchup though, right? Like, can we agree against Dallas, please? Like,
yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I understand the AB stuff, but Godwin's probably going to play. There's still Evans. There's still Gronk. There's a lot of mouths to feed. Yeah, 4 catches.
Listen, I mean, Antonio Brown's going to go up against Janoris Jenkins.
So listen, 4 catches, 5 catches for 60, 78 yards. Let's say 5 for 78 in a touchdown feels like a wow game if this is his first game back. But Claypool can hit you for 100 and change, no problem.
I think Chris Godwin.
That's the difference.
I would want to say Chris Godwin. If Chris Godwin's playing, which he is, I think he's in.
Right.
You
saw that
he's going to be limited
against your Giants, Chef. How many times did Brady just miss Tyler Johnson, Justin Watson, or Scotty Miller? Right, like there were a couple plays there where they were plays to be had. So they're going to have their success, but there's so many mouths to feed that I got to stay away from maybe. And I think I might go Claypool, man.
Look, Claypool. Out of the 3 of these, Claypool is the smartest pick.
Right,
that's the play. That's Dallas. What makes the most sense. But I don't know.
Are you shooting for the upside of AB though?
Nah, man.
Because Claypool has the same amount of upside.
Yeah, man.
Or even more.
I'm going with the matchup, bro.
I'm not trusting Devontae Parker with
Patrick Peterson on him. No, leave him alone.
He's no.
No. But that was a good question. Let's get into
that was a good tilt.
We're splitting hairs here. Right here. I want to see how it plays out.
Mini Jordan. Full PPR, choose a running back and flex.
I love these. You get to choose
Singletary, Swift, Justin Jackson, Wilkins, Deontay Johnson, DJ Moore, DJ Chark,
squad,
AB,
bro.
Squad deep. Let's go.
Jeez,
wow.
Who are you starting, cuz? Like, oh my god.
Well, you're definitely starting Justin Jackson.
What? Hold on, we're just jumping straight into
Well,
that?
if we're
Hold
choosing
on.
a running back and a flex,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not jumping on the Wilkins thing. No, not up against Baltimore. No.
No, I'm leaving that one alone.
Yeah,
I guess
no. So
Justin.
Singletary splitting the carries with Moss. Swift is in a backfield shared as well, but getting more, up to 60% of the snap share.
Yeah,
But Justin
man.
Jackson, we've seen Joshua Kelly not be able to do anything.
You're
Troy
right,
Maine
you're
Pope
right.
came
All
in
right,
last week
all right.
and had a few carries, but Troy Maine Pope is out this week.
I just love
So Justin Jackson is going to be the main ball carrier in that offense, getting the passing work as well. So he is the first one on the list.
You're 100% right. I just love Swift so much that I can't pick against them ever, and I want to pick Swift, but you're right. The logical play is probably Justin Jackson.
They're going to have to throw the ball more against
on the
Minnesota.
first half of
Detroit
this.
is against Minnesota. They're going to have to throw the ball more, and
Well, he's the pass
they're going to
catching
have to air it out. Yeah, I mean, but are they going to go for? Are they
You're
going to
right.
take? I'm sure they'll
Galladay's
take
not
shots to
playing.
him. They're going to take shots to him. Yeah, but T.J. Hawkinson's playing.
That's right. He's been eating.
You know, and Marvin Jones coming off a 2-touchdown game. Which doesn't happen. I mean, only happens like once in a blue moon. I mean, last week was Halloween, wasn't it? So it was the blue moon.
You get it. You get Justin Jackson. Justin Jackson.
So let's pick our flex for Mini Jordan here because he's waiting on the other side of this answer.
Exactly.
Antonio Brown. Sorry, I can't go against what I said already. It's Antonio Brown.
Up against this crew.
Stupid. We're gonna go math on the first side. I'm gonna go hard on the other side.
Oh, I get it. I get what you're doing. I'm gonna keep banging my head against the wall and being insane and starting Deontay Johnson. You know, double-digit targets every time he plays a full game. Like it's just I can't go against that. You know, 14 targets last time against Baltimore. Like I got or not against Baltimore the game before that. But like I can't go against Deontay Johnson.
Oh man, it's between I think
Shark
has played Shark or Swift.
Shark has Luton.
Yeah, but he has a really good matchup.
Yeah, but have you seen that Luton throw a ball? Like we don't.
I've seen some of his college film. He could throw the deep ball, but it's going to be a contested catch.
We've seen Houston play horrible defense. I get it. The matchup would normally be okay. I get the Shark, but I can't.
The way I look at it is the Jaguars have done this once already, and they're doing it again. They did it with Gardner Minshew. They're throwing someone into the fire and seeing if they can compete. Now, Jake Luton, he's going to make mistakes. We all know he's going to make mistakes today because all rookies usually make mistakes.
We could get Watt's still playing football. Like I mean, everybody forgets that.
Oh no,
Watt's still a human that plays football.
I'm not forgetting anything. And I picked up the Texans defense for that reason, but I'm not saying that Luton can't hit DJ Chark.
So you would start
on a long ball,
but you're starting the chance of that DJ Chark and the chance of a long ball over Deontay Johnson and the usage when he's healthy, DJ Moore in a shootout against Kansas City, and AB who's AB, and you just dusted off his jersey, and you're going to take Chark over the three of them.
No, I'm not really going
to. So who would you take? Mr. Swanson went with his heart, jumped out the window, and said, "AB."
Well, let's eliminate DJ Moore. He's going up against Kansas City. Okay,
I mean, I wouldn't eliminate
Rashad Breeland.
Yeah, I wouldn't. You know, I wouldn't dismiss him.
I'm not dismissing
because it's a shootout. Like I mean, I feels like
stop thinking so much.
Yeah,
3, 2, 1.
I went Deontay Johnson all day for me.
Yeah, I'll go up against Deontay Johnson going up against Dallas. That's fine.
Lame. All right, so with that being said,
excuse you.
But no, come on, you know I'm just messing with you. So, who do you give up to get Mixon? So, and who do you give up to get Mixon? Okay, I get it. And who do you give up to get Mixon? David Johnson?
No.
What? Okay, no, that is it. And who do you give up to get Mixon, David Johnson, or Chubb from the guys above?
Oh, in a trade, like out of those guys, who would you trade? Yes, Allen, Dalvin Cook, Hopkins, Diggs, and Jonnu. So he's trying to get one of those guys. He's trying to get one of those three running backs. And who would you give up? I would feel okay giving up two of those receivers.
Moore and Chark?
Yeah, or 1 and 1. Like if you had to give up a running back and a receiver to get one of those guys. David Johnson's going to give you that solid floor. He's at double-digit fantasy points in every game this year. Like he's one of those dudes. And Chubb's coming back off the injury. Mixon's been a little banged up and going the other direction. So I would probably say David Johnson for floor, and you should be able to get him for one of those receivers, to be honest. Like if that team needs a receiver, whoever goes off this week is who I would trade. Like I would put it that way. Whoever I can get value for out of those receivers, I would trade one for David Johnson because you have plenty of depth.
100%. I would see how this week goes. And then based off that, use that.
Yeah, like Hopkins, Diggs, DJ Moore, and Deontay Johnson would be your receivers if you traded away Shark. And if you could trade Shark after a good week again for David Johnson, that's a decent move.
Running backs are going to get tight. They've been tight,
right? So yeah, I would trade a receiver or two for one of those guys, no problem, and keep your running backs the way they are.
Oh, I love Dalvin Cook.
Right, so he has Dalvin Cook, but then he has the other running backs. He has Swift from the last tilt. So
Justin from the other question. Yeah. I'm spacing here. Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know why I was able to retain all of that. Jesus, I just memorized Mini Jordan's whole roster for no reason. Thanks for taking up the memory space, bud.
All right, so we're gonna go to Facebook here from Marquez Valdez. Thanks for joining us, Marcos Valdez. I apologize. And for those of you that are on YouTube, check out our Tilt is Real Facebook page. That's a good little segue there. Marcos wants to know half-point PPR, Thielen, AJ Brown, or David Johnson. Ooh.
Damn, I think David Johnson's a smash play this week, but Thielen against Detroit feels good too.
And I want to check.
Half-point PPR. Let's go David Johnson.
David Johnson, half point.
Yeah, it's his chance for a blow-up game. Against that porous Jags defense, they don't, he can do it both ways to you no matter how the game goes. He's involved either way. I think David Johnson's a smash play. I like him to score a touchdown or two this week too.
David Johnson over Adam Thielen, huh?
It's half-point PPR, Chef, and that's what I feel like is the difference maker. Maybe if it was full PPR and Thielen has a day, like he could have a day against Detroit, like absolutely. But the safer play is definitely David Johnson, and the dual threat of David Johnson, no matter how the game script goes, it feels safer for me. And I think I'm going to go David Johnson. And A.J. Brown, like the rest of the Titans for me, I'm starting to pay attention to. Taylor Lewan is out. That offense hasn't looked right since.
Yeah, that's been your feel.
Because Bakhtiari went out for the Packers and they didn't look right. And then they come out on Thursday night and they look great. So those left tackles going out, like watch the Baltimore Ravens. If they don't move Orlando Brown over to the left-hand side after Ronnie Stanley went down, like they could be in trouble too. The left tackle matters, and that scares me a little bit off the Titans and off A.J. Brown, who will be the only target and the main weapon. But David Johnson feels right here.
Yeah, I don't like the A.J. Brown side of things either. I think it might actually be a Jonnu Smith game. The Bears have been notoriously bad against tight ends this year.
Correct.
But I want to say Thielen in this one, just for the fact that he most likely will get into the end zone. And I believe Cooks has a good matchup this week. So I think you see Watson taking over and just throwing at will here with this game. David Johnson covering in between the 20s, more so than around the goal line.
Okay.
So I like Thielen. I like Thielen this week. They're going to get the ball rolling with the run game, obviously, but he gets Desmond Trufant in this matchup, and Desmond Trufant's been getting beat. So I'm going with
when he's been healthy. Yeah, because
Chase,
he's healthy today.
Appreciate it, man. Good luck.
Good luck, Chase. Go get him, bud.
All right, so that's going to be David Johnson from Marcos. Two for David Johnson, one for Thielen. We're going to jump right on to Michael Hyde, my man Swan. My Colorado Swan. It is what time in Colorado? 6 a.m.
No,
something like that. It's 8:45. It's only 2 hours away. Do I sit Zeke for Pollard, or sit both of them for Lindsey, or quit fantasy football because I have 3 Cowboys on my squad?
That's
the last
really
one.
tough tilt.
Let's move on.
I would say Lindsey.
I think it's Lindsey.
I would play Lindsey.
I picked up Pollard.
You're not
this
trusting
morning.
it.
When I heard that Zeke might not play, I think he's going to play. It looks like it would. First, it was Zeke's not playing, and then it was playing. Yeah, exactly. It feels gross.
Leave it alone. It's a late game
against the Steelers. It's late. Leave that alone. Go. You
got to cover your bases beforehand.
I know it seems weird to sit Zeke, but that's how it's going. You just got to do it.
Lindsey went for one. Lindsey went for 101 against the Patriots. He went for 89 last week, Chef, or 83, whatever it was, 6 carries for 83 yards or whatever he had. He was gashing the Chargers last week. So I like Lindsey in this matchup. I like Lindsey.
Yeah,
Against Atlanta.
Yeah, Zeke was already a low end flex play this week anyway.
Yeah.
He wasn't an RB2.
Nope.
He was more of an RB3 flex. So Lindsey has that, and they has the upside, and it's a shootout potential game where they're going to have to get ground yardage in different ways. They're going to have to pick up yards in different ways, and Lindsey can do that on both sides. He can pass catch.
He can.
So I like Lindsey in this one.
That's my boy right there. That's my boy Hyde.
Good till Hyde.
Going back to your boy Drew, I'm scared to start Claypool because if Dallas can't score and Steelers get an early lead, will they stop passing?
That's the fear, because I had James Conner pegged for like a monster game, and Benny Snell too. Like they would just run the ball down the Cowboys' throat. But I don't know. Like Ben's been efficient and he's getting the ball out really quick, but they take a long time to score. Kind of like it feels like even in that game where they were up against the Titans, it felt like the pace of the game was like a little bit slowish. Like they're not just going to go up 35-0 on the Cowboys and then bench their starters. And if they did bench their starters, Claypool's down that depth chart enough. Like Juju and Deontay would probably be the first two to stop getting any kind of burn. And Claypool's been used on reverses and on a bunch of different ways. I just feel like if you're going to break out, like Claypool's the breakout, like today, out of that scenario that you painted earlier, I think.
Yeah. I can't remember his exact. Oh, Claypool and AB or Devontae Parker. Yeah. I mean,
you can go with the novel thing. You can go with AB and enjoy your primetime game tonight, and it gives you somebody later on.
All right, so let's fill it in with the AB game, and I've kept this in my pocket from the top of the show. There is a hurricane close to the shore of Florida. Okay,
What?
and that is the real part of this caper here.
Why are you gonna bury the lead, bro?
I'm sorry.
There's a hurricane.
76 degrees, showers, 40%. 18 miles per hour. There's a hurricane off the coast of Florida at Hurricane Eta. So are they going to have to
with sports?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to throw the ball. Yeah, 18 miles per hour in Florida.
That's not enough to go crazy. That's not, you know what I mean? That's not enough
in the rain.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, see,
with two competent, great, but competent running backs.
I was already leaning towards Claypool anyway. Over AB. I want to do it. You got a jersey hanging behind you, framed up and everything. And when you guys are hyping up AB, Mr. Swanson's picking him with his heart and all that. And I got him on my lineup. I want to start him.
I should have led with that. Huh?
But I'm gonna go Claypool. I'm gonna go with Claypool.
I understand why you would go Claypool. I get it. Listen, I get it.
I understand why you'd go AB too. Like, that's okay, and that's why we're here. It's a tilt. Like some people are going to go one way. I'm not. Hey,
I like this picture. One
sometimes
dog's looking this way, the other dog's looking the other way.
Yeah, right.
Whatever you do, like even if he goes off today and I look like an idiot and I get pie on my face, just don't start Devontae Parker. I'm telling you, Patrick Peterson, the whole fear thing, 92 yards passing from Tua last week. I feel like leave that one alone. Let's Parker's out of the equation. It's either Claypool or AB. You can pick whichever one you want. Me personally, I would take Claypool for the fact that they're playing in a good stadium and nice weather, all that.
Yeah.
And if they go up and they bench people, it's going to be Juju and Deontay. Claypool wins.
All right. Let's move on. Tim, what's going on? Tim, thank you for tuning in. Tim wants to know Antonio Gibson, Jonathan Taylor, or DJ Dallas PPR start one. I'm going to lead this one off. It is DJ Dallas.
Ooh.
I would say it's Taylor's out for me.
For sure. We saw that one earlier. Dallas over Taylor for sure, but Gibson,
it's Gibson.
Yeah.
It's Gibson for me.
Yeah,
it's Gibson.
Gibson's going to smash.
I'm going DJ.
I think Gibson is going to have another good outing here. We saw what he did up against Dallas. 20 attempts or 128 yards and
they
a
stopped.
Touchdown.
They sat him down and gave Barber 10 carries for 34 yards after that.
Well, it was Dallas, but even up against the Giants, he put up 9.5 fantasy points. He's going to get the rock. Initially, they are going to throw the ball a little bit. They have to open up that field somehow. But just like Logan Thomas is going to have a good game, Antonio Gibson can have a good game as well. We saw Fournette get passes out of the backfield last week. I think Gibson is starting coming out of the bye.
Yeah. They've been planning
He's
for
going to
this
hit
game,
that
man.
role, and we've seen it with a couple of them now. Swift.
What did he do?
Swift coming out of the bye week, crushed. Who else? Zach Moss coming out of the bye week. No, sorry, he didn't have a bye week yet. But even Zach Moss coming into the league, all these rookies are coming in there and they're smashing. And I think Antonio Gibson has himself a day, more so than DJ Dallas.
You guys he played the Giants a few weeks ago and he only had 9 carries for 30 yards and then he had 4 catches for 25, didn't find the end zone, and that was an ugly 2019 game. That was the Riverboat Ron gave you a win game.
Yeah.
If I had to ask you guys right now how many touchdowns the Giants have given up to the running back position, what would you say?
2.
Over or under 3?
Under. And
Under.
I would
It's
say
3.
Running back position 3.
It's 3.
Running backs have
It's a
scored
push.
3 times this season.
Yeah, I think
against
I
the
might go with
Giants.
Mr. Swanson, man. I just changed my mind. I'm going
DJ
DJ Dallas. It's DJ
So,
Dallas, Mr. Swanson.
My man.
I want to go Gibson, and he had the monster game, and I like the stock up and all that. But I don't know. The Giants are surprisingly a little bit good against the run, and I'm
Exactly.
gonna go DJ
I have
Dallas.
Gibson
man.
everywhere. I drafted Gibson.
Oh, you
and
don't have
I have
to-
him all over the place.
Let's
But
get to the
I'm-
next question.
I'm gonna go DJ
okay.
Dallas.
Let's go to the next
Yeah,
one. I like
you
this
guys
next one
made your
too.
point against me. It's a 2-1.
Jonathan Taylor keeps showing up. Mubika. Sorry, that was
Oh,
loud.
man, or Lev Bell.
Mubika. Jonathan Taylor or Lev Bell. I'm full PPR. I'm going Lev Bell.
You got to go Lev Bell
You got to go Lev.
because you don't know how much Jonathan Taylor's even
Yeah.
going to play,
Yeah,
and that's the truth. And Lev Bell, he's going to
You're
at
in
least get 10 attempts.
you're in a tough tilt, man. But yeah, Lev Bell.
Thank you.
Yes, thank
Indeed.
you very much.
Oh,
And
Juan,
Falcon
you got
Houston defense this week. James, this is Chef.
This is you. You picked
Yeah,
him.
we
Who's
kind of
your,
talked about this a little
yeah.
bit earlier. Yeah, like we said, he's a rookie. Jake Luton, he is a rookie. He is going to make mistakes. I think look for him to try to utilize James Robinson a lot more.
Mhm.
But yeah, if he throws the ball, which they probably will, they have to, because they will Deshaun Watson will put up points up against the Jaguars.
Mhm.
So yeah, you could play him. There's streaming option. I always say up against a rookie quarterback, you could stream a quarterback
Because
defense.
the turnovers are real, and that's what gets you the points. And you're looking for that one blunder, that one mistake. I mean, you're hoping for the Peterman game, but it's unlikely you get something like that. But yeah, you're gonna force them into mistakes. Now, Chef, correct me if I'm wrong, but they were on a bye too, were they not? The Jags, they were both on a bye, right?
Yes.
Both these teams. So did they know 2 weeks ago that Minshew was out? So he's had 2 weeks to prepare for this game. So there's a
good point.
You know what I mean? There's a chance
It is a
that he
good
might
point.
come
That's
out and
fair.
have a little, he might have a little bit of success. But yeah, with JJ Watt still playing football, like he's gonna get to him at some point in this game. And like you said, James Robinson heavy run game. They're gonna try to keep it as low scoring as possible.
Things are going to
despite
happen
Watson.
in this game. It's going to be exciting.
I agree.
Oh,
Just
good
to
game.
jump to precise, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the question.
Oh,
This jumps right back to
Precise
Mubika.
coming back in. What's up, Precise?
Thank you for returning, man. I love that.
Yeah,
DJ
absolutely.
Dallas
Welcome back.
It's hard to say top 10, but I would definitely say DJ Dallas over Gibson. Like we just said.
top
We
10,
just
man.
talked about that.
Yeah, top 10 against
Yeah.
for the Buffalo defense, against the Buffalo defense. He's a top 10, and we would start him over
Okay.
Gibson. We just kind of went through that one.
Yeah,
And
DJ
did
for sure.
the little exercise, but DJ Dallas over Gibson.
That's my
Hi, Helene.
Hey.
Hi, Helene.
And I have a little bit of it's breaking news that kind of pertains to next week, but it might be worth mentioning for anybody that's listening. So it is possible that next week, so we said that Baker Mayfield was put on the 2020 COVID. I have to say it just because
Yeah.
reserve list for the moment. However, it is encouraging. Signs are encouraging that Nick Chubb will be back next week. And in Philadelphia, it is also encouraging that both Miles Sanders and Alshon Jeffrey will possibly make a return next week.
I love it. Tilting Tony just dropped him in our dynasty league yesterday.
Drop two.
Who? Alshon Jeffrey. Scoop.
Oh.
I've had Alshon sitting on a bench in a deep 32-man league.
It's just hilarious that
And
he would hold on to him for the whole year and the offseason, everything else. And now yesterday he drops him, and today they say he's coming back. Like, I love it. It's just Tilting Tony. I love it. For those of you who don't know Tilting Tony, he's a special character. Yeah, that's him.
No, he's
So
gonna drop him because now he's not doing anything. He's clogging up my bench, cuz.
My man.
another question from coming over from
Oh, I
YouTube.
like this one. I like
William,
this one.
William,
Walking
I like the avatar, man. Love that.
Marvin Jones Jr. or Claypool. I would go, since Stafford is in the game, I'm going Marvin Jones.
No Kenny G.
No Kenny G. Marvin Jones.
Yeah, I agree.
I hope it pans out the way I hope it. Yeah, I don't know. Matt Patricia can screw everything up in that, man. They both should have decent games and very close. This is a hard tilt.
Yeah. It is a hard tilt.
I mean, I put Claypool over AB, but Marvin Jones is the number one wide receiver in an offense.
That's why I'm not going against the chef. And
it's
there's no
not
Kenny
Amendola,
Galladay.
and I don't believe Amendola's playing in this one.
It's him and Hawk as far as the targets go. Marvin.
Let me double check that.
And Marvin Hall also, but I think it's Marvin Jones.
Oh,
and
against Minnesota.
Yeah. Both 3 cornerbacks are out for Minnesota. Dantzler has a concussion. Hill is out with a foot.
Yep.
So the
He's
two main cornerbacks are out. Foot injury. I'm sorry.
He's out with a foot.
He got that foot, bro.
Listen, Devontae Adams hit him for 3 touchdowns last week. He only had 53 yards or whatever he had, but he had 3 touchdowns against them last week against Minnesota in that loss. So, yeah, this is one of those Marvin Jones games for sure. Like, this feels right. It's around that time of the year, right before Thanksgiving. It makes you have hope that Marvin Jones is good, and then you draft him again next year. It's the same trap. This is the game.
This is the time of year, too. It always happens in November.
Yeah, right around Thanksgiving. And then you're Thanksgiving, you're like, ooh, I want Marvin Jones. And make sure I draft him next year. And then he's a dud all year. Then he has a couple good games. And this feels like one of those.
I agree. And I understand where the tilt is because you got Claypool up against the D-Lass. But, yeah, it's Marvin Jones, man. I agree.
Next.
I just wanted to touch on this. I agree. Let's move on. Jay, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. And jumping down to Adrian Z. Bench 1 wide receiver. This is cool.
Not Lockett.
Start 1, not bench 1. Do not bench Lockett.
Not Lockett.
What a squat, by the way. Let's go.
AB.
I'd say yeah. Well, okay.
Bench 1.
AB. Everything we just said about Marvin Jones.
Yeah.
And Lockett's supposed to have a game like he's the one receiver one this week. I mean,
well, if Godwin, this decision will be made.
Got a special
glove. Made for you if Godwin.
He got a special glove and he practiced yesterday on Friday and he was catching the ball.
They wouldn't put him in. He's Arian's favorite wide receiver.
100%, and he should be.
Yeah, 100%.
At this stage in his career, like
100%.
No disrespect to AB. I know he's AB, but 32 versus 24.
No, that's understandable.
Let's get it right now. AB is not the 1A or B on that team.
Correct.
Okay.
Ooh, that's good, James.
Godwin and Evans are the 1A, 1B in any order you'd want to put them on a certain week, just like Metcalf and Lockett are the 1A, 1B on their respected teams. And Jones is the 1 on his team this week. So you have to stick with that. You have to stick with the opportunity, the more target share. AB, he may catch three, but he is a flyer in your flex. He is not one that you're going to put in your wide receiver 1 or 2 spots. So yeah, I'd bench AB.
Bro, yeah, I agree. Between what you got right there, you have a pretty stacked receiving core for this week, especially. So I'd say you have AB, that's great. If he blows up, you got him next week. Or
you just said
yeah, they're biased in week 11. Okay, what
you just Chef said Minnesota's missing 3 corners. You got to start Marvin Jones. Yeah. You got to start Lockett and Godwin back, and he's the number 1 receiver or 2 receiver on that team, that 1A or the 1B. Yeah, you start and that
Godwin. Was the flip flop on why I wanted Thielen in the other choice because they're going to have to throw the ball, and Thielen has the matchup. So yeah, I think this one could turn into more of a shootout than a slow game. So we'll see. We'll see. Both teams could be able to run the ball. What's the next one? We got.
I'm checking out something here.
Chris Godwin worth putting in your lineup this week. Yeah,
100%.
Healthy. Yeah, he's healthy.
He's playing. So, hand
I'm
surgery
so
or
happy
not.
he's back. Like,
Yeah,
I
I think
need
it's
him
official.
back. Let's go.
Can you afford not to play him? And that's the real question.
I mean, you can if you've made pivots throughout the time that he's missed. Like, he's hurt me in a few leagues all year, so I've had to pivot and make other moves and have other people around or have other options. And yeah,
Oh, I like this next one.
Ooh, I like
And it
this next
ties
one,
in. And it
too.
ties in with the Godwin.
Oh, it sure does. Matthew, what's going on? Thank you for the question. Boom. AB, Ruggs or Schultz?
Chenault? I'm already starting Godwin.
I'm noticing a trend here.
It's a
yeah.
good
So
one.
so
I knew AB was going to be on the docket this
for
week.
sure.
Oh,
So you
of course.
So AB, like, you're already starting Godwin. I probably wouldn't start both of them, especially in the, like the chef said,
Yeah.
there's a little bit of rain and all that, so the opportunities may be somewhat limited. And the guy with the most is Godwin. So yeah, start Godwin. Damn, I want to say Ruggs so bad, but
so
I
it's
think
either Ruggs or Chenault.
rookie quarterback, slot receiver, Chenault.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the move. I think that's the upside right there.
I like that.
Two weeks to prepare, to get some gadget plays involved.
He's going up against Hargreaves this week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Give me some.
Yeah.
Every time Hargreaves is
Okay.
involved, give me some.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
But I want to say Ruggs.
Yeah, I would love
Yeah,
to
I
say
know.
Ruggs for the
You
upside,
know?
like for the splash play. I mean, if it was last week Jags were on the bye last week, but if it was the week before, you're like, oh, Ruggs. Or,
Does Ruggs get
Ruggs is
does he get Hayward though? Does he get the Casey Hayward treatment? He doesn't, right? Because he's been lining up all over the place. And
he lines up everywhere.
They
So
just traded away Desmond King, so they don't have
Casey
that other.
Hayward's not really shadow cornerback.
Right, he stays on that one side. So I think maybe Ruggs has a chance to exploit them a little bit.
They just got
here.
Brian Edwards back. Nelson Aguilar will be in the mix. Edwards will probably be on a pitch count. But Ruggs, I mean, he could, but I think Chenault may have more targets.
He's the floor. Chenault gives you the floor. Ruggs gives you the boom. Yeah, Ruggs gives you the boom. Chenault gives you the floor.
Depends on what you need.
It depends on your roster and what you need.
If you're going
depends on what your league's
projected to lose by like 15, 20 points,
right?
Then you're shooting for Ruggs to have a big game and hit your bonus.
Especially if there's bonuses in your leagues.
Yeah,
if you got bonuses, then
long
maybe
touchdown bonuses. Yeah.
Matthew, if you can
more
put that
points
in there,
for longer touchdown. There you go. Yeah, so then you would go with Ruggs, depending on your projection. If you're projected to lose by 1 point, no, I would go with the floor play.
I'm a sucker for that. I'm a sucker for going for that. Like, you can't tell me about Deshaun Jackson. Like, I want to put him in. Like, you know what I mean? So like, I want to put in a big ass Deshaun Jackson and Ruggs and let him play and see what happens. I love taking those home run swings. If there's bonuses involved, why not?
Bree's dad, Mr. Kevin Ryder, just texted me. I don't know if you guys have any sort of insight on this just off the cuff. I figured I would just throw it out there. He was thinking about making his first sports bet, and he was asking if there's a game, asking about a game that I would suggest. That sun is brutal, man. Good gravy. Come here.
If there's a game that we would suggest,
for what? For what purpose? To like bet hard on, or
to make a bet? I mean,
I'll probably start
one prop bet or something like that. You take the Steelers to beat the Cowboys.
You take the Steelers, right?
You take Herbert to get over the passing yards. I think it's 264 or 275.
Oh, I don't know
that's a decent prop bet that I would definitely be willing to take part in.
Yeah. That's a nice little prop.
Yeah. There's a lot of games that I don't want to touch.
Justin
is my
Herbert
problem this week.
Over 300 yards?
Like, it's, I don't know if it's over 300 yards. I think it was 275 was his over under, but I'd like to say he gets over 300 against the Raiders. Yeah.
Jay says bet the house on the Raiders. I mean Ravens.
He's a Raiders fan.
Well, yeah. I can never tell what Jay. He's a Raiders fan or he's a Browns fan. I can never tell.
He's a Chubb fan and he's a Raiders fan.
That's it. He's a Chubb fan and a Raiders fan. That's it.
Yeah.
You're right.
I know the Chiefs are going to win. I just don't like the 10.5 point line. I think the Panthers have been playing everyone close. Even if it's late in the game, they find a way to come back. Like, even in the game against Tampa where they were really, really down, Teddy B came back and threw for like 340. So, and McCaffrey's back this week. So I don't love that 10.5 point line. If we're just picking games and numbers, I don't like the Lions and the Vikings because who knows? Giants and Washington was a 1 point game.
Are you guys seeing this? I can't escape this glare. Is going.
Oh, the blinds.
It looks like I'm a highway. He's like in the middle of the. He's like, oh, you got a middle of the road.
Well, you're
pick?
tilting on the side of the line.
I've been drinking.
Oh, the
It's a tilt line.
The Steelers and the Chiefs are both going to win. Newsflash. I just don't think that like the lines are really like too high.
If we want to talk game lines here,
what do you
real
say?
quick.
What do I say? Take the money line on the parlay the Steelers and the Chiefs.
All right, so
yeah,
the one I
to
like,
make it 2 games, so at least it's worth your while if you can parlay the 2 of them, because the rest of the games you kind of want to leave alone, man. They're like either way kind of games.
I mean, if you're betting against the spread, I like the Bears getting 6 points.
Yeah, getting 6.5. Yeah, they'll be closer than that.
And then possibly going with the over 47 as a no.
I'm not touching that.
Maybe the under.
I'm not touching that.
You don't like the over unders?
Not on the Bears and the Titans.
But either way, the +6 for the Chicago Bears is nice, and then you could probably parlay it with the Texans winning by 6.5. I like that.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Whether or not it hits,
you guys do a great job on this show.
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Matt's got one more. He's got one more. Jonnu Smith or Ebron?
Oof. Ebron. I know you guys keep telling me that the Bears are suspect against the tight end, and I wanted to start Jonnu real bad. Because I own him everywhere. But I started Tanyan over him, and it failed me this week already, so I'm already burnt. But I just don't see it. It's, again, another one. My geek out on defense. Roquan Smith, Danny Trevathan, Eddie Jackson. Why are they bad against the tight end? Why are the Bears bad against the tight end? Like, how is that a thing? How is that possible?
I don't know.
A team that's so good against everybody else and has a great defense and does all kinds of things. Like, why are they bad against the tight end? I want to start Ebron, I think. Against the Cowboys, I like instinct would tell me go Ebron.
I'm almost positive hang on. Gonna look something
with
up.
all three. I would love to see the usage of the tight end in the Pittsburgh offense when all 3 wide receivers were active.
Well, that was last week,
and they're going up against Dallas, who you've been able to run the ball on a little bit. We talked about. God, I'm going blank here. James Conner getting usage. And he also gets usage in the passing game as well, a little bit, not as much.
Last week we saw Ebron,
and it's a one-sided matchup. I'm saying like Dallas isn't going to be they're going to try to control the clock, maybe a little bit after they get up, and you're hoping for a touchdown out of Ebron.
But he had a good game last week against the Ravens, and that's a tough matchup, and he had a pretty good game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I got to go Ebron.
I go Ebron. I'm on Ebron.
And if you're running,
that's what it was.
And if you're running the ball and you're controlling the clock, then more than likely you're going to see some play action, and you're going to see some passes to the tight end and keeping it like a game control, like ball control kind of offense. I think it leads to Ebron succeeding. I'm scared of Jonnu against the Bears. I don't care what the numbers say. And he's been letting you down the last couple of weeks.
He has been letting you down the last couple of weeks. Yeah. I guess Ebron would be the safer play.
Yeah.
I think Jonnu Smith might have a little bit more upside. Adam Humphries is out for this game.
So he's due to have a little space.
Yeah,
there.
so Jonnu Smith could come in and do a little bit more work out of that in that slot area, with A.J. Brown and Corey Davis primarily playing on the outsides. Even though I think Khalif Raymond will fill in wherever he can, but
yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, I like the upside of Jonnu Smith. He's going to get a little bit more work, I think, than Ebron this week.
And who has more upside, real quick? Claypool or AB?
Claypool.
Claypool has more upside.
Claypool has more upside, but AB has the smash. Drew Simmons. What's going on, Drew?
Drew Diggy.
Speed does kill. Appreciate that, my dude.
Yeah, that's why I was talking about Deshaun earlier. Like, we've been on that since Deshaun first came into the league, and we're watching football, and we're like, oh, good Lord. Like, yeah, speed kills, and Ruggs' speed is crazy. And I like Claypool for that too. Like, over the top Claypool against Dallas feels like a thing today.
Going right back to the AB stuff too. If Godwin is out, should I start AB no matter what? Yes.
Yes, I think Godwin plays though. I think we saw something come out this morning.
Yo, shout out to people named Drew though. My man Drew Simmons and this your boy Drew. Drew is I'm that dude. Like, that's one of his gamer tags. Like, Drews have like this certain swag, like our boy Drew Huggard too. Like, they have this certain thing to him, right?
Morning.
Yeah.
And the tilt is real. All right, TS, what is going on? Pick 2 wide receivers PPR: Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown. Man, these are just getting. Everyone's got the same teams: Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, Deontay Johnson, Brandon Cooks, Calvin Ridley.
You know why, Mr. Swanson? You know why everybody has the same
Because
team?
Godwin's been hurt.
Exactly.
Because it's
Godwin's been
week
hurt.
9
You
and
put
Godwin's
in for
hurt.
AB and you jumped on it.
Deontay's been hurt.
Correct.
That's why
A lot of you guys know. Everyone who's asking questions, you guys, everyone seems like your teams are in pretty good shape. So I'm glad that the tilts are. I'm glad you're not scrambling. I mean, you may be scrambling elsewhere, but wide receivers seem pretty stacked up.
These two are easy with the injury to Ridley.
Take Ridley out of it.
We're going to
take
find out
Ridley
in
out of
20
it.
minutes. If Ridley was in, it's Ridley and Godwin smash plays. But Ridley out being hurt, damn, I don't know. Cooks kind of creeps in, but it's Chris Godwin and Deontay Johnson right off the top of my head. Like I said before, if Deontay Johnson's healthy and plays a full game, double-digit targets. Great matchup against Dallas. Should be involved in the targets? Targets, yeah. So in every game that he's played fully, like in every game that he hasn't been injured or left, so it's 3-3 so far this year in the games. He missed one completely. 3 games he's been started and been hurt, but in the other 3 games he's had double-digit targets, including 14 2 weeks ago. So like against the Titans. So monster target share. So Deontay and Chris Godwin for me. Cooks has a really good matchup though, Chef. You might push me in a different direction there, but I think it's Godwin and Deontay Johnson.
I think it's. I'm going to take AB out of this one, the specific one. I think it's Godwin and Cooks.
Cooks has the matchup. I like the matchup against the Giants.
That's the reason I'm going for it. And I understand Deontay has a matchup too, but I just
if they're up, he's out. Yeah, if they're up,
exactly. If they're up, he's out.
Yeah.
And they're going to be up. They're going to be up. So why are you going to risk?
You would think so. Any given Sunday and all that. But
Deontay Johnson against Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown was the more better. He was the better cornerback out of the Dallas secondary. So yeah, I like Godwin and Brandon Cooks in this one.
Godwin and Cooks for the show.
I'm going down, man. I need to wake up.
I was going to say that you said you had some sort of quadruple espresso thing earlier.
Yeah,
some
it's starting
Miami
to
shit that I was like, wow.
I gotta bowl up a little bit.
Yeah.
So Jay's trying to beat Juan this week.
Good luck.
We're just gonna take this off the board here. Moving on. No, I'm just kidding, Jay. Trying to beat Juan. Jamison Crowder questionable on a Monday. Parker or Ruggs? Devontae Parker. Sure.
Ruggs.
Jamison Crowder.
Go Ruggs, family.
Jamison Crowder.
I'm telling you to play against me. Go Ruggs, family. You need a home run. You need him to hit 250 yarders.
Jamison
you
Crowder.
Need all them bonuses. Get Ruggs.
It's definitely Ruggs for this.
I would play Jamison Crowder. I would just try.
I can't believe I'm telling someone how to beat me. Like
I don't know, man.
I would. I'd be like, come on, let's go.
I love Jay. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, bring it.
I'll set your lineup for you.
Yeah.
All right. Perryman, Denzel Mims, and Jamison Crowder will all most likely play.
Yeah, but it's Joe Flacco.
Well, we saw Jamison Crowder do okay with Joe Flacco.
Man,
we saw
really going down this road.
Oh no, here it goes.
Well, I mean, he's playing against you. Don't you want me to put up a case?
Bro, Patrick Mahomes threw 5 touchdowns last week, which is 1 more touchdown than the Jets have passing all season. Bruh.
Yikes. Yeah.
Leave the Jets alone.
It's Ruggs.
Good Lord.
They're going to be playing from
behind.
You love the Raiders, man. You love the Raiders. Give yourself some Ruggs.
Ruggs. Give yourself a shot.
Luck.
Man. He's going to be in a shootout more than likely.
What's up, Ned?
I mean, he had. Oh, I'm sorry. He had.
Oh, you want to go back? Want to go back? We're going back to Jay here.
He had 3 games with 20 points. Jamison Crowder had 3 games this year with 20 points. 2 of them were with
one
Joe
of those.
Flacco. I understand all the
8 for
mathematics.
116 and a touchdown in week 5 against Arizona.
Play. One of them was a broken play, and he's so lucky that he got that touchdown.
Yeah, it was a 75-yard touchdown in the first game on a broken play, and he did the same thing later on. Yes.
Yeah, there's 2 of them.
Can that happen against New England? Maybe.
Why wouldn't you want that shot?
Because Ruggs is that shot. He's not getting Hayward. He's going to be on the other side. Herbert throws for 300 yards. You got the Chargers porous defense. Like, you're going to have shots with Ruggs too.
Ruggs has only caught 2 or 3 balls a game in all the games he's played.
Yeah, but that's all you need from him is one of those. Like, I mean, Crowder may not even play. You're going to take your chances on a guy
he's going to play.
I mean, look at the other.
Came out today.
All right, then start Crowder, Jay. Start Crowder. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, you know what?
I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the Jets. I'm mad at the Jets. Like, everybody keeps talking about the Jets.
Would you rather go Parker? No, you want to go Ruggs.
No. I'm fading Parker highly this week, man.
Big time.
I saw Peterson do it to DK, bro.
Gavel moving. Ned, What's up? Happy Sunday. Thank you for tuning in. Pick one, PPR. Corey Davis versus the Bears. Jerry Jeudy versus the Falcons. Devontae Parker versus the... We're going to take that one out. Parker sits.
Judy.
It's Judy.
Yeah.
It's Judy.
Yeah. Corey Davis
It's
gets Kyle
Judy.
Fuller. Yeah, that's Judy.
Judy. Everyone on Judy?
Judy. Breakout game.
Judy. Boom.
Yeah.
Santino. What's up, cuz?
My man
Thank you for tuning
Santino.
in, bro.
Is he
Let's
playing
go.
us? Is he playing us? I know.
I
he's
don't
in a
care. I'll
league
still
with
help
us.
you.
I hope he is.
He is playing me. He's playing me. Ty Fordono is
playing you?
playing me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that's
Ty
Ty Fordono?
That's Ty Fordono. That's Santino.
Thank you for your donation. That's a team name.
It took me a while to figure that out, but yeah. Santino's moved down to sunny Florida.
never knew that.
Yeah, that's what that means.
You never knew that?
Nope.
Well,
Yeah.
now you know. G.I. Joe, bro. That's awesome.
Now you know.
Thank you
G.I.
for your
Joe.
donation, he said.
He lost to me. I beat him this year. Crushed
All right.
him
Well,
this
he
year.
wants to know if you can trust
By a
Michael Thomas
hundo.
coming back this week, or if you should start Cole Beasley or Larry Fitz. I think it would be silly to not
No, you
start
play
Michael Thomas. You are
Oh,
starting Michael
100%.
Thomas. You have waited way too long to put him in your lineup.
I
and he's not
however,
the type of guy that you wait and see when if he's
No,
playing,
he's
fire
playing.
him up 100%.
100%. I would not be shocked if Cole Beasley outscores him this week. I just want to
And
have
he
that on
says he's-
record in case we can go back and play it.
Going to beat Juan this week. Hold on.
You were
Juan,
giving me crap about the other
taking a
one?
picture.
About Crowder getting
I
more
said-
points than Ruggs?
I wasn't
Wait,
be
let's go back to this.
surprised. Oh, Crowder's
And you
probably
think
going
Cole Beasley's going to
Stop.
outscore Michael Thomas?
Crowder is
Are you
probably
nuts?
Chef. Crowder is probably going to get more points than Ruggs, but however, Crowder is still not sure 100% if he's playing, and he doesn't necessarily have a good matchup going up against New England. Like, you forget that it's Belichick on the other side. If all you have is Joe stinking Flacco,
And Ruggs gets Casey Hayward.
he doesn't get Casey Hayward. He gets everyone. Casey Hayward doesn't shadow. He's in the slot 46% of the time, Ruggs. So, like, he's going to move around, and he hit Kansas City on the default. I think Ruggs is just an up play, is all I'm saying.
Okay,
But
I can
Crowder's
agree
the-
with that. That
Crowder's
he's
the better
upplay.
He's an
floor.
up
And-
play.
Right. And against Seattle in a shootout, I wouldn't be surprised if Cole Beasley ends up with 10 catches for 100 yards and somehow finds the end zone. He's going to go up against Trey Flowers, who he's going to trash in the slot. So, and he's already given up 12 points a game. So, like, Beasley, I wouldn't be surprised. I said if Beasley outscores Michael Thomas. That's all.
Are you putting that on wax right now? Are you saying that Cole Beasley
That's what I'm-
finishes fantasy week with more points than Michael Thomas? Ooh, that's hot. But there was a
That
week where I
is
said
hot.
Teddy Bridgewater
That's
finished with
hot.
more
That's
points
hot. I'm not
than
gonna
Lamar
go
Jackson.
crazy just to give a hot take for giving a hot take, but I wouldn't
Why
be
not? What's it
surprised
gonna
if
do?
it happened. I wouldn't be
All right.
surprised if it happened.
Oh, but look, he went the other way. Either
But
way,
I'll go
I'm
Ruggs.
starting
But-
Parker, but I love stirring the pot. Love
but I'll
the
go
debate.
Ruggs anyway.
You're starting Parker.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead, start Parker. See how that works
Jay,
out
what
for you.
are you doing? Jay,
keep it-
are you not?
Yeah, he's
Keep
giving
him right
Juan the
there.
win. I think he's tanking, guys. I
Tanking
think
for
he's
Trevor. Tanking for Trevor. He's gonna have
Oh,
Trevor and
good
Burrow going forward. That's why.
Yeah.
Gravy.
He's tanking.
Is this in
Tanking for
Dynasty?
Old dirty.
Yeah.
In the old
Is this in
dirty
dirty?
dynasty.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm moving along. Santino, thank you for the question. Jay, what's going on, Ant?
Tilting Tony, you're here. He's in the building.
Tony, what's going on? Tony wants to know if you're going to start on Crowder, Sharp, or Parker.
Sharp.
Sharp.
Sterling Sharp?
Maybe Shark.
Yeah, that's what he meant. Shark.
Is that what you think? Yeah, I was going to say. Am I
It's
missing something?
100%
Auto
Shark.
correct.
Yeah.
It's Sharp, right?
Yeah, it's Shark.
We'll say
100%.
it's Shark. Crowder, Shark, or Parker. I'm taking Parker out of it. Oof.
Shark.
It's the same. It's the same thing. It's the upside play with
Parker ends up.
with the points, and it's Crowder with the floor.
Shark.
Yeah, it's definitely Sharp. But now I'm starting to. I don't know. I guess I'm just thinking about things.
Shark has a great.
If Devontae
matchup,
Parker ends up
and-
having a
and
good
Bradley
week this
Roby-
week, I retire.
Bradley Roby's out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm starting Shark. I got to take a chance. I know it's a rookie and all that, rookie quarterback, but it's a rookie quarterback or Flacco in the Jets, man, and Gase. Just the fact that, 4 touchdowns. They're gonna score touchdowns through the air against New England, against Belichick and them. Is that what's gonna happen here? Like, I don't think so, man. I don't see that as a possibility.
All right. News coming in from Ian Rappaport. Philip Lindsay is officially active.
Okay.
All right.
There you go,
That's-
Hyde. Still
that's
listening,
one,
Hyde. Bench Zeke, bench Pollard.
Yeah.
Start.
Sorry,
you
Lindsay.
could- You could play Lindsay if he's still listening. That'd be great.
Yo, these have been rapid fire tilts nonstop, though. Good ones, too, man.
I love this
Fire.
Sunday, man. Y'all are
Fire.
bringing them in. Keep them coming. I love it.
Yeah.
I like
Also,
it.
something that we don't ever really after Sundays are over, and a lot of you guys are coming back week to week, which is amazing. Let us know if we if we did well or if we didn't do well.
Yeah, we do a show tomorrow night too. We do on
I guess
the
we
Monday.
must be doing okay.
We
Y'all
do the
come
Monday.
back.
We do the Monday night recap show though. The Sunday
True.
recap on Monday and the preview of the Monday night games, usually around 5 or 6 or 7 p.m. sometime in the evening. We always let you know a little bit ahead of time, and we come on and we recap these games. So it's cool. Like if you come in and be like, "Hey, thanks for nothing," yesterday, or "Hey, you got me a win yesterday." So whatever it is, you come back and see us and let us know how you did, and then we go into the next week. But yeah, thank you for everyone tuning back in for sure.
All right, we got to put this one up here. This is my daughter right here, Kellyanne. 5 anytime scores to put in a parlay. Need to get my FanDuel account up. Kev says Claypool. Who else?
I like that. DJ Dallas is a good one.
Anytime scores.
Yeah.
Tyler Lockett.
Yeah.
Would be one for me. And if you want to go with one, maybe Josh Allen.
She needs 5.
Taking one in himself.
I'm saying it wasn't that 5.
Oh.
Claypool, Tyler Lockett, DJ Dallas. Who else did we say?
That's it. And then you just said one more, but like we need a couple more.
What did I lead with? Yeah, Dalvin Cook would be a good one.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey.
James Conner feels like a good one. Like garbage time in that game, like scoring, just pounding the ball in and nailing the hammer kind of touchdown for sure. Feels good.
Mm-hmm.
What about Julio Jones?
He doesn't score touchdowns, man. That's how I feel.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Almost feels like a long shot on that one.
He's been scoring, hasn't he?
Not historically, no, and I don't think he has many this year either.
You're right.
Yeah,
only 2.
Yeah, that's his number, like 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, he gets the passing one.
He doesn't really score touchdowns.
Dalvin Cook should be a smash. I think
Travis Kelce feels like a smash.
Kamara.
In this game.
Kamara.
Yeah, maybe.
Chase Edmonds. Chase Edmonds.
I like Chase Edmonds.
Chase Edmonds for sure.
There's quite a few, but I think DJ Dallas, Tyler Lockett both feel good for that game.
What about Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah.
Yeah, first
Can
game
we
back.
talk? We really haven't talked about.
We haven't hit that game yet. Yeah, but him against Kansas City, maybe.
I mean, we saw Buffalo be able to run the ball against Kansas City a little bit. So, I mean, it's Christian McCaffrey.
Exactly. My dude is
Christian McCaffrey.
He's CMC.
How do we even not talk about this game a little bit? So those 5 anytime scores. What do you big parlay? I know Kev, man. Hope he did well in the Breeders' Cup yesterday. And college football.
Kev says he loves the Josh Allen pick to get the odds up. Oh, thank you, Kelly. That's awesome. Thank you.
So let's go with that being said, let's just jump around a little bit and go to that Panthers Chiefs game, because we talked about. Okay, go ahead.
Before we do that, just because Zach was here, thumbs up, Michael Thomas. Go.
Yeah, he's go.
You're great. Yeah. He's Michael Thomas.
Fire him up.
You got him? Firing him up.
Against me.
And Kelly, thank you very much. Let us know how you do. We love to hear it. All right, we're jumping to the Chiefs matchup, Chef.
Yeah, let's talk about the Panthers and the Chiefs. And the line is the Chiefs giving the Panthers 10.5, over under 53. So expected a high scoring game. Probably like 31-17 in that area, 31-20 with the over under of 53. Sammy Watkins is out in this one. We talked about Travis Kelce, but we really haven't talked about Christian McCaffrey. In Kansas City, 15th against the running back. So right in the middle of the pack. Mike Davis is there a little bit, but Christian McCaffrey practicing full all week, activated off of IR. Is it going to be the debut that we hope for?
I wouldn't be surprised to see an all-out ground assault from the Panthers. Mike Davis has been great. And I really think I could just see an all-out ground assault from the Panthers.
They may have to do that.
I think they both score. I think Mike Davis and Christian McCaffrey both score. I think Christian gets back right to where he was, and that's what I would do. It'd be it's like the Kareem Hunt. It's like the Kareem Hunt Nick Chubb assault when everybody's healthy. You have a 1A and a 1B that can really get it done. Mike Davis and Christian McCaffrey, that's a knockout 1-2 right there. So that's how I see it. I've been wrong before, but prove me wrong.
No, that's the strategy should be that. Like if you're going to
Could be.
beat Kansas City, control the clock, run the ball, use both guys. But I expect a little bit of a pitch count on McCaffrey. So Mike Davis is a sneaky play, like as far as like he may get some points because he's going to get some usage. And if they're going to be in this game, they're going to have to run the ball and try to keep Mahomes and them off the field. That's the only way. The only thing to temper expectations is that Chris Jones is going to play this week, so he's a pretty decent, run defender in the center of the Kansas City defense. So maybe I would temper my expectations a little bit on both of them. But of course, you're firing up McCaffrey. He's the 101. He's CMC. They weren't going to bring him back till he was healthy. You're going to see him line up out wide, jet sweeps, everything. Like he's going to get the usage. Curtis Samuel stock goes down and McCaffrey's goes up.
I think it helps out the wide receivers as well because they're gonna the defenses will have to play up a little bit more on McCaffrey.
Yeah, keep them honest.
Sorry, reading some news. Stefano wants to know tilting Tony in Miami backfield, Laird or Howard.
Is he playing any of us this week?
Oof, it doesn't matter. Oof,
Yeah,
that is what I said.
It does matter.
I'm a Dolphins fan.
I'm so close.
I'm a Dolphins fan.
All right, go ahead.
Oof.
For fantasy purposes, which one do you like better?
Super flex, and can you put a kicker in?
yeah, like you got to find a better pivot, cuz like you got to leave the Dolphins right again this week. I mean,
I actually had to contemplate this before I just made the move and just added another wide receiver. And Laviska Shenault was up on the waiver wire, and I just scooped Laviska Shenault, put him in my flex, and then moved Swift into my running back spot, I believe.
Yeah,
or no, it was my running backs were terrible in this league. I'm like 2-5 in the league. I have it's the Outlast League that I had to do this. I had Myles Gaskin, and then I picked up Matt Breida, and then I'm like, you know what? After that, I don't want any part of that because you're not going to get enough. I mean, I if I had to choose one or two, I would go with Laird for the passing work. But
because Howard.
If you have to pick one, Howard would be the goal line back, and I think Tua might want to run one in if that's the case, and you can't deny that either.
I don't like it at all. But yeah, I guess maybe Laird for passing work.
It's tough.
It's ugly.
But I guess if you're in a deep league, some guys
they move the ball and they get down.
A dynasty question.
Maybe Howard falls in the end zone twice, but I think it's Laird gives you a chance. Laird gives you a chance. 2020.
Matthew Hancock, what's going on, man? Sony Michel versus Damian Harris. Welcome back. Thank you for the question.
I think I'll jump on this one a little bit.
Take that one real quick, Chef. I need a beer.
Yeah, man. Go ahead. Go for it. Damian Harris. All right. First off, Sony Michel not activated off the IR yet. He's eligible to be. He has, yet to do that. They have a 21-day window now with the new CBA. So when they get activated, they don't have to come right off, or they're 3 weeks after their 21 days. Yeah. But I think he's going to play next week after the Jets game. I don't think he plays this week. I think it's still Damian Harris. Damian Harris is questionable. You're right about that. But I think he'll be okay. I don't know if you want to. Yeah, up against the Jets. I mean, it's Damian Harris.
I think it's. Damian
Harris. It could be a Rex Burkhead game, and honestly, I don't trust.
That's the back.
Trust Sony Michel coming out of injuries. Yeah, versus Damian Harris. I would go with Damian Harris.
It's a little murky either way, but I think it's Harris.
Yeah, I think Sony Michel might have lost his job to Damian Harris and Rex Burkhead in his injury.
That's why they drafted him. Right, Roman, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. Parker, Judy, or Shepard? Pick two. Judy. Shepard.
Judy's one.
Shepard is the other.
Judy's one. Shepard's the other.
Yeah. Yeah,
cool.
Judy's one, Shepard's the other.
Yeah, Roman, we're fading Parker. We're fading Parker against Patrick Peterson this week.
If Parker has a good week, I'm retiring.
Hey, listen, no, he could have a good week. He's done it to Stephon Gilmore last year in week 17. He did it to him, and he got over 100 yards, and he scored. So he can do it to Patrick Peterson, but if DK didn't, I just don't see Parker doing it. And the Dolphins' passing volume is really low. So, if Tua only had barely had 100 yards last week, or didn't have 100 yards last week, it's hard for you to see.
He really didn't have to play. Sorry to jump in there, but he didn't really have to throw the ball. They were up due to their defense.
Correct. But even when they did have to throw the ball, I don't see him throwing for 300 yards where Parker can have himself a game. It's that path seems unlikely.
I like the upside of Judy, and
Yes.
I think Shepard is the safer play.
No Tate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no Golden
Tate,
Tate.
yeah.
One less weapon in that offense. And we saw Shepard starting to get more targets when Slayton's getting covered by Fuller this week.
Shepard's the number one on that team.
Basically. Well, it's Slayton. It's Slayton.
They're like a 1A, 1B kind of thing, and you don't know where the ball's going to go because Daniel Jones does throw it around. He doesn't have he's not like a one target got kind of quarterback.
He even throws it to the other team. Like he loves
more
to
so to
everyone.
the other team.
Yeah.
Rocking my jersey here, talking about my guy.
I'm sorry.
All of a sudden, I'm choking. It got me forced.
Funny.
He's in the fresh white Danny Dimes, and I'm talking trash. I'm sorry.
No. I mean, when we were talking about Shepard, we weren't saying anything about I was saying how he's going to spread the ball around. He's going to spread the ball around to Evan Ingram more so now that Golden Tate is around. Not their day, and you're going to like that. You're going to like the production coming from Evan Ingram today.
Indeed.
I agree. All right. And speaking of spreading the ball around, we got to take the ball away from one of these guys. Mob GG, what's going on?
Welcome
Thank
back,
you.
Mob GG.
Welcome back, man.
Mob, what's up, bro?
David Johnson, Antonio Gibson, Antonio Brown, Justin Jefferson, full PPR. You got to sit one. Who you got?
Sit one?
David Johnson.
Nice team, cuz.
Sitting AB. Oh, yeah. Sitting AB. Yep. I like Jefferson.
I want to see.
I like Jefferson's matchup. I like David Johnson's matchup. He's a smash. So it's between the two Antonios. And I mean, I know Gibson only had 9 for 30 against the Giants the first time they met. He did have 4 catches. So Gibson, because I don't know what's going to happen with AB. Maybe.
I think I would say, boy.
Check one more thing on this Minnesota game so I can get a little bit more of a deeper opinion.
David Johnson's a for sure smash. Like he's a play. It's full PPR. So give me Justin Jefferson against Detroit.
Yeah,
then between the two Antonios, I'm gonna go Antonio Gibson off a bye, coming off a 100-yard game against Dallas.
Definitely gonna get
redemption
work.
Game. Yeah, he's gonna get the work. 4 catches last time, so he gets the passing work on 5 targets. Yeah, let me get Antonio Gibson.
I'm gonna sit Antonio Brown.
Yeah,
I'm doing that.
Yeah.
What happens if Chris Godwin is out?
Well, then you.
I still start the 2 running backs.
I still start.
I think I said Jefferson.
I still stay with Jefferson. He's got a great matchup, and they're gonna go back and forth. I think.
Yeah.
I like that NFC North. That NFC North has been putting up some points.
I like Jefferson this week too. So yeah, I'm
I
sitting
like
Brown.
It's between the Gibsons or the Gibsons.
The Antonios.
Tony has done it again.
It's AG, not AB.
Tony has done it.
I like AG over AB.
I like that. All right.
Roman, good tilt, Mob GG. Good tilt.
Yeah, good tilt for sure. Roman, you can ask more questions if you want, but his last one is: should he take Russell Gage because Ridley is out and start him over Parker? Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Russell Gage over Devontae Parker.
Yeah.
Yes. For me this week, yes.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, going up against the Broncos. Yeah, going up against the Broncos, I like just Russell Gage in that matchup in the slot. No Ridley. Every time Ridley was out, even in the beginning when Ridley was in, he was getting 12 targets and things like that in the first week of the season. So yeah, Russell Gage for me.
Yeah, it keeps going back to that Peterson.
Devontae Parker and Patrick Peterson all day long, man. Like it's crazy how that keeps happening. If they do a good job of moving him around, maybe, and move him over to the left side, which is Tua's left side because he's lefty and he's open, and they move him to that left side away from Patrick Peterson, Parker can find success. But if somehow Patrick Peterson's on him the whole game, I'm fading Parker.
Yeah, you have to. You have to fade Parker this week.
Yeah.
All right. Let's let's talk about a game that we really haven't talked too much about. Let's go to.
While the chef is looking that up, Roman. Yeah, I wouldn't drop Kittle if I have an IR spot. I would keep Kittle. Hang on
about that.
Hang on to Kittle in an IR spot because you could have him theoretically back in week 16 for the fantasy championship. Like if he comes back, he's still Kittle, man.
All right. He put
and thank you for
there.
subscribing and liking the video.
I
appreciate that. We appreciate it. The tilt is real. We're always here on Sundays for you, and we do a Monday recap show with a preview for the Monday night games as well. So thank you, Roman,
Appreciate that, Roman.
all day.
Welcome
to the tilt.
Let's talk some. We've been talking to AB all morning.
It feels like it, yeah.
And it's like we're resurrecting the past seasons here. Let's talk a little bit about another past player that's going to get a start again today in Dez Bryant. Okay, Dez Bryant returns back to the Ravens this morning. Up elevated from the practice squad yesterday quietly. Dez just put out a tweet, don't hate on me kind of thing. And does he get much more work than I think he gets I think the reports are saying he might get like 10 snaps with Snead, Boykin on the field, Hollywood Brown. I mean, how much work is he really going to get against an Indianapolis Colts defense?
Very little. I would say if you pick up Dez Bryant and he does well this week, then you can spot start him based on a matchup if he actually proves to do well. But I don't see it. Am I wrong?
Well, it's tough to say because we really haven't seen anything. He was with the Saints and then he hurt his ankle or his Achilles rather.
He's kind of fantasy irrelevant for me right now.
Yeah. He's not worth much, but I just figured I'd be a little nostalgic having him come back. And
maybe he gets a touchdown. I guess I don't have too much like.
What's it do to Mark Andrews' targets?
Nothing.
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 To me, until I see him on the field and he looks good and all this and all that. If anything, he hurts Boykin, who's already fantasy irrelevant on that offense. So,
yeah, the Ravens throwing the least amount in the league.
Yeah.
And Lamar Jackson with one of the lowest pass completion percentages in the league to go along with it.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe that'll go up with the squeaky wheel.
We have a couple tilts on the other side.
Did we thank Roman?
We did thank Roman, yes, for joining and subscribing. Yes, absolutely.
I'm going to jump on. Thank you for joining and subscribing. All right, so Mob needs a quarterback.
All right, Mob. This is a good one, Chef. I looked at this one. I cheated. I looked over.
Oh, you're looking down while I was talking.
Teddy Jones.
That's Teddy Jones, Cousins, Foles.
It's gonna feel ugly. I'm gonna hate myself for saying this. I think I just gave myself like the willies, but Cousins.
Ooh,
yeah. I don't like the other matchups. Listen, Teddy should put up numbers in a shootout. So Teddy seems like the likely one. But those corners on the Lions aren't very good, and Cousins might finally have to throw it a little if Patricia's smart and tries to take away Dalvin Cook. It's Teddy or Cousins. It's Teddy or Cousins for me.
I think it's Cousins.
Right.
I want to know what it's like to be in a league where you can be able to pick up quarterbacks on a weekly basis, because
in a 1 QB league.
Well, if they don't have a lot of bench spots,
it's a 1 QB league. Yeah, that's all. Because we just play too much super flex, dude.
And we play in deeper leagues.
The most available quarterback in all of our leagues is the third, fourth, fifth string quarterback for the Panthers. Super flex.
You can't take that into consideration. So in a 1 quarterback league, the things like this happen all the time. And Teddy is one of those guys that's available, and I really like Teddy Bridgewater. I don't love the matchup, but you got to figure he's going to throw it at some point, and he's going to keep slinging it. So and he gets McCaffrey back. Maybe it's Teddy
against Kansas City, though. It's tough. Yeah, they're going to have to throw it.
I think it's Teddy over Cousins, but it's between those two. It's either Teddy or Cousins.
Yeah, I would get rid of the rest and go Teddy or Cousins, and make your decision off of what do you think. What's going to happen between Minnesota and Detroit today. That's really what we
It's either you're guessing on that game script. I don't trust Cousins enough. I think I'm going to go Teddy. The yards after catch that McCaffrey affords you, like what he gives you, it's a little more than what Davis was giving you. It extends a little bit. So I'm going to go Teddy. I feel like Teddy's the safer play.
All right.
Teddy.
Next question from Bobby Schmurda.
No, that's not
real.
That's murder. Bobby Schmurda, anybody you heard of, like the Bobby Schmurda, all right, well, yeah.
Where's the hat?
Well, he wants to know, start Herbert or Brady. Thanks for tuning in, Bobby, by the way.
Appreciate that.
Is that the real Bobby Schmurda?
That would be dope. That would be dope. But
that would be dope.
Herbert, like the kid's on fire. The Raiders defense hasn't been anything to write home about. Brady's got a matchup against New Orleans where New Orleans is going to want to try to control the game and keep the game flow slow and run the ball a little bit to keep the ball out of Brady's hands with all those weapons. And it'll be a spread out kind of game where Brady does get some work, but rain, 18-mile-an-hour winds that the chef said with the hurricane. I think I go Herbert.
40% chance of showers, man. That's too much for me.
I'm going to ride the hot hand.
60% that it's not going to rain.
Listen, I'm riding the hot hand with the rookie. I'm like, he's been on fire and he hasn't given me any reason to, bench him. Bobby Schmurder has another question right back behind it.
Yeah, let's go to the next one.
Yeah.
Start Amari Cooper or Fournette?
Well, that's a good one too.
Ooh,
that's tough.
Oh man, I'm thinking.
Oh man, that's gross.
Yeah, you know what though? I'm gonna go with Amari Cooper.
Fournette. Oh no.
Yeah,
new quarterback.
No, like they're gonna have to throw the ball. They're coming from behind. He's the only one that's been getting targets. Like you've seen CeeDee Lamb go away, Michael Gallup go away, and he's the only one that steady gets a little bit of work. I think it's Cooper because you don't know between Fournette and Ronald Jones, and the Saints are supposed to be good against the run. Like I know they haven't always been, but they've been decent, and they stopped Montgomery. Like I just feel like
Garrett Gilbert though.
Garrett Gilbert, doesn't matter who it is, somebody is going to have to throw the ball.
It matters who it is. They haven't been able to throw it with any of them since Dak left.
If you're a professional quarterback, there's one thing you can do, and you can throw a slant. And if there's anything that Amari Cooper can do, is he can run a slant. And if you're playing against,
how many times can you throw a slant to him before the defense realizes 10, the only guy that's getting the ball?
10, 12. The way the Pittsburgh Steelers play defense, like the only way to attack them is at the corners. Like you can only go at their corners. You're not going against the safeties. You're not throwing it up the middle. You're not going to do any of that because they play that V and they take everything in the middle away. So it's Amari Cooper on the outside for 5, 6, 7, 8 slant catches today. That's the only hope you got. Like if you're and game script too.
Yeah. I guess over Leonard Fournette
because you don't
know what Ronald Jones is going to do.
Right.
And if it is rainy and windy there, you don't know. They may go back and forth a little bit.
Right. They might run it with both. They both might get 10 carries. They both might get 15 carries. It may be Ronald Jones Day and he only gets 10.
Maybe AB opens up the offense. There's a lot more options. Yeah. And you know that they're going to have to throw the ball.
And Amari's the one to get open.
Yeah. Right? He's gotten at least 5 targets in each of the last 3 games. And yeah, I agree. I agree with you there. Yeah, it's ugly. It was almost very ugly.
It is ugly though.
I came around to that. I think I do agree too. And last time they played,
that's a good question.
The Saints, they didn't score.
That would be dope if it was the real Bobby Schmurder though.
Maybe it is, man.
Maybe it is.
If that is the real Bobby Schmurder, my man, thank you for tuning in.
Like, subscribe, and share.
Bobby.
Fans, family.
Right?
Yes, sir.
I do. But yeah, Cooper for sure. Chris Hayes.
Oh, my bad.
My man, Chris Hayes.
Thank you for coming back, man. Welcome back. All right. They just ruled. Yep. Chris Hayes coming in with the breaking news.
Yeah, where's Mr. Swanson? The injury report got to be here. So
yeah, it's out.
Let me read this question while you look at the injury report. Morning, fellas. They just ruled Ridley out. I got Jared Cook or Gus Edwards. Oof, to plug in my flex. Your thoughts? Well, oof said it all, but
yeah, it's definitely breaking news. Calvin Ridley is officially out. I got Jared Cook.
Oh, that's a really tough. That's a really tough flex, man. Because Jared Cook, like in theory, against those, that secondary and
go Jared Cook. I would go Jared Cook. J.K. Dobbins is going to lead the backfield for Baltimore.
But Gus has been getting like 10 carries, and he might find the end zone. Like I'm afraid of Jared Cook being taken away in that game. But yeah, I guess he's the option.
I think they're going to focus more on Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara, and Jared Cook might actually get a couple more opportunities.
It's just Devin White, Levante David, and Whitehead, and Winfield.
We saw Evan Ingram have a good game against.
Yeah, they're different, a little bit different, but yeah, you're right. If there's going to be some work done, I guess.
Oh, that's so tough though. Yeah.
It's an ugly.
You're
flex.
looking for like 8 fantasy points.
Then that's Cook.
Yeah, I mean either way, like with each player, you're not getting
too.
more than 8 to 10 fantasy points.
Yeah, against the Indianapolis defense with
You go with the guy that has the more clear-cut role.
Cook,
I guess. With Cook, that's what I would do.
Yeah. The defenses are equal, but the usage is different. And Cook 4 catches for 45 yards gives you 8 points in a flex. I mean, yeah,
Tampa
can
be had. Yeah,
could, he could score.
That's a good question, though.
Terrible tilt, though, Chris. I feel for you, man. Sorry. That's a terrible tilt. That's a terrible place to be with your flex in week 9.
I'm looking at something. That is. Oh, man. I don't know. That's tough, man.
What's on the waiver wire? Can we find a hero? Damn.
Oh, might be one out there.
I'm no Bobby Schmurder, but y'all can call me Hey Z. I love it.
Bobby.
Right back at you, Bobby Schmurder.
God bless.
All right. And Zach wants to know, Gallman or Gurley this week? Which way you guys leaning? Which way we tilting on this one, man?
Gurley.
Yeah, it's Gurley.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Washington defense, stay away from it.
Mhm.
You don't want to run against that Washington defense.
Not against that front five.
Yeah, you got a better shot with Gurley.
Mm-hmm.
Gallman did look good last week, though. I like that.
Who's this now? What's up,
Is
D-Pass?
Godwin going
Hi,
to
Boo-Boo.
play? That's a later game.
Yeah, so far so good. He like we said, he practiced. He got a glove, a special glove.
Everybody's
made.
coming out for Juan today, man.
They're coming from my neck. It's okay. I like it. I appreciate the competition. Are you not entertained? Yo, is Chris Godwin going to play? Yes. He's got a special glove. He's practicing. His finger's fine. I think he's going to play. But it is going to be storming down there, boo-boo. So don't get your hopes up that Godwin's going to bring you miraculously back against me this week.
Yeah,
So the
And Chris Hayes, I see you, says my team is an ICU unit. Much love. Love you, man.
yeah, we're all kind of in the hospital. We're all in and out.
Yeah,
man.
it's the whole the teams are like that right now. So
Couple,
I'm hoping I get a full game out of Deontay Johnson today. That would be dope.
Calvin Ridley's officially out.
Go for it.
Jadavion officially out, and Tim Patrick is good to go.
He's playing. All right. Yeah, that helps that Broncos game. That's the passing game in general. If Tim Patrick's out there, frees up Judy a little more, Hamler, like it's gonna be a dope game to watch. Noah Fant, good game.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that one. That's one of the ones I'm looking forward to for sure.
me too. It's gonna be a good day. So
All right.
should Davian Clowney being out say anything, mean anything for?
No, they're having a really tough time. It's
You
an
know.
intriguing team, the Titans, because they really aren't getting any pressure. They cut Vic Beasley. Clowney's out, so like I'm not sure where they're going to generate any sort of pass rush. They did get Desmond King to play corner for them, to play slot corner, but Adoree Jackson hasn't really played for them all year. I think he played a little bit last week. It's just the Titans are an anomaly to me. Like that's why earlier in that tilt that had all five quarterbacks, Nick Foles was one of the ones, and I looked at it, I was like, the Titans, you know what I mean? They can be kind of had. So maybe Foles has a day, and he's playing for his job, and they might try to scheme him, but.
I got some tight end news. If you
I've got
guys
some
wanna hear
hurricane
that.
news. But you want to go first? You want to go tight end or hurricane?
I want to go
news?
tight end, then you finish up with the hurricane.
I thought you read the weather, man. Go ahead.
Well, I don't know what the weather update is, so you're holding back on me. Colts Mo Alley Cox is active. Dawson Knox for the Buffalo Bills active. Alley Cox could be a tight end target. We saw Phillip
He should
Rivers
be.
utilize all three in one game before.
He's so big, he should be the only target. Like you can't throw the ball and not hit him. Like
Trey Burton's been doing pretty
He's
good.
the 12th man
What's
on the field.
I want to know the news update. Give me the news update.
A hurricane warning was issued for Florida just now.
Woo!
for the
I
Tampa.
wonder if
game.
that's. I wonder if that game's gonna be played.
Shout out to
don't
my
know.
boy Joe Martucci. Give me some inside scoop on Hurricane Eta before the warning comes out. Thank you so much.
Nice. We got the weather plug, chef. I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
man.
does.
That's my guy, Joe Martucci from the AC Press. Yeah.
My man. Zach's got another tilt here. Flex spot. Anderson and Beasley are Fitz. Oh, Fitzgerald.
This was
Fitz.
the same question from earlier, bro. Like, but they changed it around. These two. This is Santino and Zach.
Oh, they're a team.
Yeah, bro. So like we told, damn, Robbie
Wait, that
Anderson.
wasn't the
I guess
same.
Robbie Anderson. No, because he had Michael Thomas as the question earlier. Like, remember it was if
It's
Thomas
Robbie
plays-
Anderson.
Yeah, it's Robbie Anderson over Beasley.
Yeah. It's Robbie
For
Anderson.
sure.
Again, this one I'll say though, I wouldn't be surprised if Beasley
If Cole
scores more
Beasley
points.
has it,
Yes,
right.
yes.
This is the
Man,
first game back. Not like it really matters for Cole
Mhm.
Beasley, but the first game back for Jamal Adams
Yeah.
for Seattle. So
Listen,
that's
they
something
could
to
hope
think
that
about.
happens. Julian Edelman hit him for $169, bro. Like if they do something like that, like put Adams on Beasley,
morning,
then
Zach.
Beasley could have a day. Oh, it's all good, Zach. It's
Good
all good.
morning.
I'm giving you a little. I'm playing against you. I got to give you a little bit of rib shots, bro. Start whoever you want, but not start Robbie Anderson. That's the play.
Inactive T.Y. Hilton officially inactive
Ooh,
to add to that.
Ty is inactive, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, against Baltimore, you didn't have much.
Yeah, you're really not going to reach for Zach Pascal or
But it makes your Mo Alley Cox play good though. Michael Pittman's coming back from injury.
Michael
he's gonna be
Pittman
playing.
played last week. So
Yeah.
I think
Maybe.
I don't like it against Baltimore though. I guess if you
I'm not
had
sure.
to.
I'm not sure about their secondary either, Chef. If they're playing or not. Like Marlon Humphrey was on the 2020 list. So
Yeah. Let me
And-
see. I'll check that.
and
real
for those
fast.
of you that are first time listeners and you're or viewers and you're watching us and we're saying 2020, that's our code for the virus, the pandemic. Like that, we don't say that word, we don't say the C word, we just say 2020 and keep it pushing.
Yeah. And then after the year's over,
Yeah, no, he's
Well,
out. Humphreys.
he's
We'll
out.
still call it 2020.
we'll still. I mean, I guess so. Yeah.
Marcus
hindsight is
Peters.
always what?
Marcus Johnson gets Marcus Peters. Michael Pittman gets Jimmy
I didn't
Smith.
hear you. I'm sorry. I was listening to the chef. I'm sorry.
It was
And
stupid.
Zach Pascal might have the best
I missed
matchup
it.
in this game up against Baltimore.
Still
Fire
not
him up in
playing
a flex if you need
Still
to.
not playing him.
Oh
Less
yeah,
than a
Chris
goal.
Hayes. I'll fire him up
Gotcha.
instead of Jared Cook and Gus Edwards. I'll fire up Zach Pascal.
Oh, that's a really good point. If you can get Zach, Chris, if you can get Zach Pascal on
Waiver wire hero, somebody real quick.
Yep. Speaking of which, real quick, just if anybody wants to take a quick picture of the following, if there are any last minute injury replacements that y'all need, we do this every week. We bring you the almost all the way there.
Listen, seriously,
it's
right there on that
Yeah.
list. You can Chris Hayes. You can probably go get Mecole, Tim Patrick, Darnell Mooney.
I would play Darnell Mooney over Jared Cook.
Yeah, you could start any one of those guys right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You might
Mooney
even
or
be able to
Tim
get Logan
Patrick.
Thomas. You might even be able to find a better tight end streamer,
Play.
man.
Yeah. There are pivots out there for you, Chris. Like you go snatch one of those up.
I played Darnell Mooney over a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Over Curtis Samuel, definitely.
All right, let's jump back into these. See how many more matchups we can get through. We got 9 minutes.
I think we touched.
Mm.
I think we touched
Those
on
are
all
the
the matchups.
Yeah, we Titans and Bears we hit, Colts and Ravens we hit, Chiefs and Panthers we hit, Vikings and Lions.
Thanks to the viewers, man, because they drove the show.
they
We didn't even have to touch the matchups and break them all down. Like every game was touched because of the different tilts that everybody.
No, we're
threw
not
at
here
us.
to break down all the games
Wow,
for them.
that's pretty cool,
we
man.
know the outcome, and
That's
they want to know
awesome.
what we know, who to play.
Right.
That's great. I love
that's what
all you guys.
that's what we're here for.
That's cool. That's so
I
cool.
love breaking down the games. So we do that. We
Man,
do a
that's
great
great.
breakdown of all the games after they've happened on Mondays. So for all you that are listening and or watching here today on Sunday, check back in with us on Monday for our recap show. It kicks off in the afternoon going into the Monday Night Football preview.
I have a question.
Sure.
For me. Like this is a personal question.
Uh-oh.
It's probably in one of our leagues, and I'm starting no matter what. So this is just for anybody else that is in the same situation. Would you feel confident starting Emmanuel Sanders this week?
No,
No.
not confident.
The reason I might be is because you know who's drawing the coverage, and he might finally have a decent, maybe a double-digit week. I have to start him in whatever league it is.
If you have to, I would start him. It's just that I'm not confident about it. Like you asked me if I was confident about starting Emmanuel Sanders, and the answer to that is no.
Confidence is a strong word. I guess it's,
If you gave me a tilt, like if you gave me Emmanuel Sanders,
not the full throw up that comes all the way out,
yeah,
but like the one that's like, and it's kind
All
of
right, let's put it like this: Emmanuel
No.
Sanders or Devontae Parker.
Emmanuel
Jesus,
Sanders,
Chef.
Emmanuel Sanders or Mecole Hardman.
Mecole.
All right, there it is. There it is.
And I started Mecole.
I got to take a shot.
Yeah, I figured, couple games. That'll answer it. Couple tilts.
Yeah, so you got to give me some of those.
Yeah.
But am I confident? No. And that tells you right there. I'm starting Mecole over him.
Yeah, I'm starting
there you
Mecole. All right. Okay. Cool.
That's a good question.
Cool.
I like that. I like the fact that because Sanders had a great game, his last game that he played, but we got to remember that was with Michael Thomas not on the field, so that's something that worries you. He only got 5 targets in the first game of the season, and he wound up with a touchdown. Yeah, he's got 2 touchdowns on the season. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Emmanuel Sanders anymore, especially with Michael Thomas on the field.
Do you think Michael Thomas coming back eats into Alvin Kamara, or do you think he's just going to keep doing Kamara things?
I think it lowers his receptions a little bit. We saw that I mean, because Michael Thomas is an intermediate.
It's all short stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
short
all
to
short.
intermediate.
Yeah,
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 the deepest
short to
route he's going to
intermediate.
run with. Well, Breeze isn't really throwing the ball more than 20 yards down the field anyway.
Well, exactly. So at
yeah.
least half of that reception work that we saw from Kamara, the deeper passes, I don't think he gets as many wheel routes or anything like that.
No, he's
Is
not
there a
getting all
prop
that.
bet for a touchdown thrown by Taysom Hill to Emmanuel Sanders? Because I'll just put everything on that right now.
You'd bet on that?
Plus 67,000. Yeah,
Jeez.
dude. If the odds were like that, yeah, I'd throw a cool like $10 on it or something.
I was gonna
Today's
bring you
back-
guys one of my own tilts, but I don't have one now.
Oh, well, if you did,
Ooh.
do it. Sabrina wants to know Cobb or Cobb or Ronald Jones.
Cobb.
I think so too.
It just I feel 8 catches for 80 yards, 7 catches for 70 yards feels more likely at a Cobb than Ronald Jones having the game to himself and not getting cut into the work by Fournette or it
And I
not
think
becoming
he's
a
behind
shootout.
Fournette right now. I think that's how they're viewing him.
I don't know, like it's because he started the last game and then he fumbled on that catch.
I'm
and then he
taking
didn't-
myself
then he
out
didn't
of this
see it.
question because she's playing against me this week.
Why
All right,
can't you
moving
do
on.
it, Chef? You gotta be able to give her
No.
advice.
I'm tired.
Chef
I'm
won't
2-5 in that league. I'm not losing another one.
Oh
Sorry.
Lord!
We're 2
If
and
you were
4.
playing me,
2
I
and
would tell you
6.
what to like. Either way, I would give you a fair assessment of the situation. I got to do it. I mean,
No, not doing it. Not doing. I'm taking myself out of the question.
Sabrina, we'll take care of it for you.
That's fair
It's Cobb. That's what he would
Yeah,
have
there's
said.
2 of you guys there. You don't need the
Yeah.
third.
All right.
You don't need the third confirmation.
if
If it was if I was playing tiebreaker, okay, I can understand. But you guys said.
all right,
enough.
so I'll take Ronald Jones, Mr. Swanson. You
Ah.
took Cobb. I'm taking
I
Ronald
did.
Jones. Chef,
Oh,
what you
no.
got?
I like it, Juan. Nice
you can't
move.
switch your answer.
I looked.
Stirring
I
the
looked
pot.
something. up
Okay,
here and I
fine.
was
It's Randall Cobb. You have
Told
a
you.
better shot.
all right.
with Randall
Chef
Cobb.
convinced me.
Great.
I'm back on the Randall Cobb.
Well,
You convinced
who's
me.
she gonna play? Who's she playing in
Unanimous.
her? Who's she
Nice.
playing in the running back spot if she moves Ronald Jones? That's who I want. That's what I want.
Probably
that's
just go
deep,
look at that
whatever.
matchup real quick and figure.
Yeah,
it out
I have it up here. She doesn't have
there it is.
another James White. Are you playing? No, you can't. No, you can't. She can't squeeze it in. So yeah, that's fine. She's got David Johnson and James White. No,
DeAndre Swift, Christian Kirk, or Antonio Brown.
DeAndre Swift, Christian Kirk, or Antonio Brown.
Mm-hmm.
DeAndre Swift.
Brown. AB.
You keep saying AB every time, Mr. Swanson. I'm beginning not to want to trust that.
Well, I don't
see.
like the Dolphins' defense is real.
Going up against Xavier Howard.
Mm-hmm.
The Dolphins aren't going to lose this game because their defense is
I have
bad. They're
Swift
gonna
in
lose
right
this game
now.
because their offense. Because
That's
no
a
Miles
tough one.
Gaskin.
Swift, yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? Yeah, I got Swift in there right now. I'm leaving him in because of the dual threat thing, but
Oh,
yeah, I haven't seen any of AB. You're right about the Dolphins D is real. I don't know. So far, Swift is winning that.
yeah. I think I have to go with Swift. You're right.
Sucks.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's what my life is like right now. Gotta love Sundays.
Gotta love Sundays. And Andrew Fleener is joining us this week.
What's up, Andrew? Thank you for joining.
Another Drew.
Yeah,
My
another
man.
Drew. We got a lot of
Oh my
Drews.
God.
Yeah. Right. It's your boy Drew Simmons, Drew Huggard.
Drew
we got Andrew
Huggard.
Fleener. Let's go.
Drew Fleener. I don't know if he prefers Andrew or Drew, but it's in
We're
there.
gonna call him Andrew. Mama call him Andrew. I'm gonna call him Andrew.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him Andrew. All right. Andrew
Marvin
wants to know.
Jones,
Yeah, go ahead, Jeff. Take it.
Corey Davis or DJ Moore at flex, half point PPR.
You want to take this, Chef?
Marvin Jones, Corey Davis.
My man. Oh, sorry.
Half point PPR.
I think I want to go.
Marvin Jones.
Yeah, it's either
I think
Marvin
it's
Jones.
still- Yeah.
It's not Corey Davis. That's who it's not against Kyle
Right.
Fuller. I think that's it. That's a not that one. So it's either Marvin Jones or DJ Moore for me. And
Stafford's playing. No Kenny G. No Amendola, I believe, as well.
Right,
Marvin Jones is
right.
the number one still. Yeah, I think it's Jones.
yeah, but shootout, come from behind, but CMC's back, targets lost. Yeah, all right, Marvin Jones. Good tilt though.
It's
Good
good.
tilt, though,
That's
Mr.
a
Fleener. We
good
like that
tilt.
one.
That's a good tilt because Corey Davis has been getting work no matter what, and and Adam Humphries is out. He could open up a couple targets there, here or there, but yeah, I agree. I like Marvin Jones.
I don't know if he's a bust.
Oh, did I say Ronald Jones? I'm sorry.
No, you said Marvin.
No,
Jones.
different.
You said
Oh,
Marvin.
okay. I was like, wait a minute.
No.
And
I know,
then
I
I
thought
see
about it
Ronald
for a
Jones on the
second, too.
screen.
No, I don't think he's a. I think it's hard to say.
Right.
If
That's
he's
what
a
it
bust.
is.
I mean, if he,
I'm on the Fournette
Listen,
side of things.
I'll tell you, I'm on the
Fournette is
side
the
of
better
things.
running
I'll
back.
tell you what. If Ronald Jones makes a mistake, he will lose. So like his fantasy value just drops because Arians will just bury him on the sideline and not let him back out there. If he makes a mistake, he will
It's
get
happened 2
punished.
games in a row already.
Exactly.
So
if he makes a mistake, he will
Well,
get punished.
what are
that's
they
only
waiting
one,
for?
That's his first. That was his first fumble in 163 carries or whatever he's had.
Arians
this
doesn't
year.
care about that.
I thought he fumbled last week as well.
Nah, just the Giants game. That catch that he had was the first time he fumbled in 136 or 163 carries. You know, I'm dyslexic. I don't remember the numbers if it's one way or the other, but it's something along those lines where that was his first fumble, and immediately he sat down. So
Well, look at
I think Fournette is ahead of him.
100%, I'm right.
This week, and
I'm sorry, I'm right. And it was 160. I don't remember if it was 163 carries that he's had or something along those lines, but he's had something along those lines of carries, and he never fumbled. But as soon as he did, you're right. They benched him for Fournette, and Fournette saw the carries.
Yeah, Arians doesn't mess around.
Right.
Yeah.
Which stinks because it wasn't his fault. It was a low pass from Brady. He made a superhuman effort to get down on his knees to catch it. He goes to get up and turn around, and then he fumbled. Like, that one's really not on him, dude. It's like, so it was a little bit harsh.
And he's probably a bust this week anyway for fantasy purposes because New Orleans 4th against the running back.
Right.
So yeah, I wouldn't be putting my money on Ronald Jones giving you a lot of fantasy production this week.
Yeah, if I can pivot off of Ronald Jones, I'll pivot off of Ronald Jones.
True.
All right, I think that about wraps it up, guys. It's a little bit after 12 o'clock.
You got some work to do.
You got some work to do.
Oh yeah, I got some.
Oh,
you
got
to
talk
his own.
Honestly, I have to go do my own stuff. Yeah, I gotta go sit on the porch. I gotta have a porch drink.
Porch drink.
Mm-hmm. Don't have me a porch drink.
All right, guys. Well, let's say our goodbyes then. Mr. Swanson, you want to start us off?
Sure. Thank you, Chef, for the wonderful introduction. I love the introduction. It's beautiful every time you do it. Listen, I love Sunday. One of my favorite things about Sunday is getting up in the morning, scrambling to the computer because I overslept, putting on a bean. Now, this is great. Everybody who tuned in, thank you so much. Thank you for the questions. Keep them coming. You guys are coming back every week, which is so cool. It's driving the show. We never expected this, man. This is great. And hopefully we're helping you guys out. This is one of my favorite things in the whole world. Do this with you guys in the morning. So, hey, Dave, and bye, Dave. Nice. Wait. Bye, guys. All right. So Dave says, bye, guys. If there are guys out there for sale, you buy that guy.
I am.
You buy that guy right away.
Acquire them.
that.
Changing.
Yeah. That's Dave's real hair, by the way.
Bye.
No, this is great. We'll be back tomorrow night to recap the games from today. Tune back in. Let us know if you have any questions about a Monday night game. Tell us how your Sunday went, especially if we had to, steer you one way or the other.
Yeah, we'd love the feedback to see if you guys
yeah.
won those matchups. That's something great, and you can write in on our Twitter page. Write in on that at TIR_pod, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Indeed,
absolutely. It's like an old school voice message. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Leave a message at the beep. But again, good luck, everybody.
Or leave your voicemail, and we'll play it on the pod tomorrow night. How about that?
No one's done that yet.
Anchor podcast.
Maybe we should do something. Maybe we should do a giveaway. I don't know what we can get. What do I got? Check it out. Hold on. I have 2 batteries. First person to leave a voicemail on the TIR website gets these 2 Rayovac. Listen, there's a 10-year power guarantee on these batteries. That's good for. I'd buy that for $1, but we'll give it to you for free. if you go to thetiltisreal.com and leave us a voice message with one of your questions, and we'll play it on the show.
How about we do one? We up the stakes with that. All right. We have 21. We have 21 YouTube subscribers right now.
Nice.
Okay. On our channel.
22. We just got one today.
Oh, we just got another one today.
Correct.
Let's go.
So
all right.
When we hit 100, I will give away a signed LA Chargers Melvin Gordon jersey.
What?
From
This just
Pristine
happened?
Auction. Authenticated.
Not a sponsor yet.
But I will give that away. It's like I said, it's a Los Angeles Chargers, not a Denver.
So
but,
it's vintage.
It's still vintage. It is a sports memorabilia piece. And it does have some value to it. But yeah, if whoever is the 100th subscriber on YouTube, I will do that for you.
Chef, that's awesome.
Brand new Matchbox car.
Chef, a brand new car. Nah.
Come on,
Yo,
Chef, that's great,
I was
man.
watching Happy Gilmore yesterday with Bob Barker.
I hate to interrupt you guys, but are we on our way out? Like that?
Yeah,
that was Mr. Swanson's 5-minute goodbye.
Well, listen, I know I
know, right? We're running sweepstakes in this mug. You said you want to go to the porch. I'm trying to go to the porch too, cousin.
Yeah, I know, but I don't really. The Irish goodbye doesn't always work out. All right, Juan.
Yeah. Juan Carlos Pena at FF One of a Kind.
Taking too long.
Yeah, I'm taking too long. Here we go. Yeah, what he said, and peace out, I guess.
You can follow Juan at FF One of a Kind. He does all this work at Join Our Circle _ with a new up and coming fantasy group.
Great work.
Join him every week. We do the fantasy 6-pack together, and then he's also involved in chasing some numbers with
breaking down the numbers.
I'm sorry.
Fantasy intervention.
He does the chasing the numbers.
How about I'll take myself out, Chef?
There you go.
We breaking down the numbers with FF Intervention, Fantasy Football Intervention on Thursday nights at 6 p.m. with Chase and Dave. So we do that every Thursday. We do our tilt on Wednesday nights. We do the tilt. You can check back in with us, and tomorrow we'll be recapping the show. I'm Juan Carlos Pena at FF One of a Kind with my man Swanson, and I'll send it over to the chef to take us home.
And I'm James Crease. You can find me, like Juan just said, at FF_chef on Twitter. Yeah, come check out our work at the Tilt is Real Fantasy Football Podcast. You can follow us on all podcast platforms: Apple, Google Play, Spotify. We're on a lot of them. Yeah, hit and subscribe to that YouTube channel one more time. Trying to build that up a little bit, as well as Facebook. We appreciate you guys joining in every week. You guys keep this show going.
Yep.
And check out some of my work at ballblastfootball.com. Great stuff going on over there. I just did a deep dive on Antonio Gibson. It should be out this week for them. They do great work over there as well, getting closer to the big times that company is. So from all of us at the Tilt is Real Fantasy Football Podcast, I want to say thank you. Good luck this week. And that's it, man. We're out. That's a wrap.
Peace out, Mini Jordan 718. Peace out, Bobby Schmurda. Peace out, Drew. Your boy
all
Drew.
The Drews.
Oh, yeah, all the Drews.
A lot of Drews this week.
Marcos Valdez, Michael Hyde. I'm going to keep saying names until you take us out, Chef Precise. 2K.
Hyde,
William Walking, Elk. Tim Barrett.
Thank you for listening to the Tilt is Real Fantasy Podcast. Check out our website at thetiltisreal.com for weekly articles, breakdowns, and more. Follow us on Twitter at TIR_pod. We'll see you Tilters next week.